Head on over to merchmethod.com/Tom Segura for an all-new merch lineup.
This episode is brought to you by Satva. Go to satva.com/theshit to get $225 off the new Solar mattress. And Satva Mattress Company always provides free delivery, setup, and mattress removal.
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsin.
welcome to your mom's house.
This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Shady Rays, one of my absolute favorite independent sunglass companies, not a big corporation. They're not gouging you. They're not sticking it to you like a lot of the sunglass companies do. And these guys make an incredible product, and they have the absolute craziest warranty of any company I've ever seen. This warranty replaces all eyewear for any reason. Lost, broken, stolen, fell off your face while you're on a hike, you were riding a bike, you were going for a ride on a ferry. Doesn't matter the reason, they replace it. And they give 10 meals to fight hunger in America with every order. Who is better than Shady Rays? Nobody, man. They stand behind their product, and they told our team if anyone has a problem, they throw the profit out the window and do what it takes to get it right. What an incredible company. So right now, exclusively for our listeners, they gave us the best deal they have to offer, a Black Friday level deal. Use our code HOUSE for 50% off 2 or more pairs at shadyrays.com. Buy one, get one free. You get 2 pairs of shades for $48. Redeem only at shadyrays.com, where you can find all their newest and best shades.
Now is the time to put that cool idea to work and build a website. When are you going to do it? You've been talking about it forever. Now is the best time. Use Squarespace. I've used Squarespace to build 4 websites. That's how much I love Squarespace. I don't know HTML coding. I don't know what a plugin is. It doesn't matter. You don't need to know all that stuff when you use Squarespace. Why? It's easy. It's intuitive. I like the designs. They're very clean. You ever go to a website and they're all jumbled up? You don't know how to look for anything? Not at Squarespace. Everything's good. You could have an e-commerce functionality. Lets you sell stuff online. You can customize the look and the feel, the settings, the products. Everything is optimized for mobile right out of the box because everybody looks at your website on their phone, right? Analytics help you grow in real time, 24/7 award-winning customer support, free and secure hosting, nothing to patch or upgrade ever. So what you're going to do, go to squarespace.com/mom for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code MOM to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace.
Well, good day.
Chomos.
Hope you're having a good one. You guys ready for the news? You ready to get serious and break down what's going on in this upcoming election? This is the podcast for you. We will break down all the issues, and we're going to go over congressional candidates. We're going to go over what's going on district by district across the nation. This will be a 16-hour episode. And we're going to start with limited water pressure and what's happening in Orange County.
Oh, my goodness. I've heard about this, Tom. And so many people are having miserable showers because of it.
That's true, and it's not fair.
It is not fair. It's not fair. Good.
You can vote. Jeff Hardy is saying that he'll increase water pressure by 40 gallons per minute. Meanwhile, Janice Harper says, enough. We're wasting water. And there's just nothing we can do and keep wasting water. This is the episode's going to be mostly like this.
Well, we decided to stop offending people and
right.
be more inclusive. So I myself would like to welcome all of our non-able-bodied and Latinx and
It's Latinx.
Latinx are, I'm sorry, LGBTQIA, intersectional and asexual, Black Lives Matter, Black Trans Lives Matter, Black Queer Lives, Gay Lives, who else am I forgetting? Non-binary lives, lesbian lives.
It's a lot of lives.
Shoot, who am I forgetting?
I don't know.
Everybody, you're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. It has come to our attention that the last few episodes have been horrific for some people to stomach. The visuals and certainly the audio has people saying, hey, what the H? What the H?
You can say heck, Tom.
What the heck is going on? There's been sounds that people say they've never heard before. It's upsetting, apparently, to eat while listening to this show.
What?
Yep.
Well, that's a new thing.
And
no one's
you know
ever
what?
said that before.
Message heard. We heard you. We hear you. We acknowledge you. And we're going to try to get you back. So get ready for the cleanest episode of Your Mom's House ever. Let's get the show started.
Heck yeah, Tom.
Look at him go! Yeah! I think you can get him to stand up normal. Yeah!
This shit is big time!
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand!
Welcome to Your Mom's House with Tom Segura. And
Christina Pajitsin.
welcome to Your Mom's House.
Tom. That's a really funny video.
Yep.
I have a really funny joke I thought I would share with the listeners.
What's that?
What do gay horses eat?
What?
Hey. Is that clean?
Yeah.
Is that a good clean joke?
That's a good, clean joke.
I just don't want us to get flagged. I don't want to be a good girl.
Yeah, I mean...
Was that offensive still?
Well, I mean...
Oh, what did the LGBTQIA... What do LGBTQIA horses eat?
What?
Hey.
Oh. I think you got to actually make the hay longer.
Hey.
Okay. So, there's our first clip.
Isn't everybody's good?
All right. I hope everyone's all right. I got more.
No, it's just, look.
It's a baby laughing. What could be more wholesome than a baby laughing?
It's the best.
It's the best. Yeah.
I love a baby laughing. And the funny thing is, when you have kids, you realize that there's things that you never expect them to laugh at, like
That's
bouncing
right,
a
Tom.
ball on this, and they go into hysterical laughter. And
That's
you're like,
right.
Oh, and then the next day you do it, and they're like, "What are you doing that for? That's stupid."
Yeah.
And you're like, "All right." I thought it made you laugh.
Well, let's not pass judgment on babies, Tom. Okay,
That's true.
wait a minute. That sounds a little baby negative.
That's
We're
true.
just saying that babies are they change. They're very mercurial.
Yeah,
you know.
that's true. That's true.
But they're still God's angels, and we
But-
are very pro baby on this show.
Yeah, we're 100% pro baby.
I love all
we
babies.
made two of them.
That's right, of all
Yeah.
genders and
Yeah,
sizes.
but just listening to them laugh, it's like,
Yeah.
we hope you like the new Your Mom's House.
Hope everybody likes it. For everybody.
And if you're like, hey, I hope are you setting us up for a big misdirect where then now a donkey's going to shit onto a lady's chest or something? No. Look at this panda eating.
I love pandas.
You know what's
too.
freaky about him?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like he's wearing a mask, like a guy Like the eyes look kind of human. You know, I feel like you could be like, "Hey, man, take that off your head," and then you're like, "Oh shit!" I didn't realize their teeth were that big.
Me neither. I bet they could bite right through your arm like that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that panda's like, "Oh, you think it's fucking cute that I'm here at the zoo?"
Wait a minute. That sounds hostile against pandas. Don't
Does
say
it?
that. Gosh. You're implying that he's aggressive. You don't know that. You don't know this particular panda. Not all pandas are aggressive, Tom. Are you against pandas? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm not against pandas. I was saying that, like, you know, maybe this panda would be like,
Anti-panda?
you know, I'm eating, and you think he's a
Oh, gosh.
cute guy, and then he's like, the fucking Chinese keep me in here, you know. They lent me to you for a week, but they're going to take me back and make me go to work.
Yeah.
What? No? I thought they always, don't they live there?
In China?
Aren't they native to China?
Sure.
Are pandas native to China?
Uh,
This would be a Google search.
yeah, let me just confirm that
shit.
real quick.
Are we sure we want this to happen? How long is this going to fucking take?
Are pandas... Giant pandas and bears are native to China.
Got it.
Like exactly what I said, though.
Yep, confirmed.
But so when I said it, it wasn't crazy. I was actually correct. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost good to have you back. So last week you weren't here, and it was great. It was one of our best episodes ever.
Yeah, Nadav did a really good job.
Better Nadav,
Better
we called him.
Nadav.
Better Nadav?
Is what we called Zolo. It's just as a joke.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
pandas. Okay. So let me. So I would love to get to the story, because what I remember was we did 2 bears, and you're like, I'm gonna need some time off, and I was like, okay. And then when we did your mom's house, you just weren't there, but then you also didn't call, and nobody could find you for 3 days.
Oh, I thought we talked. I thought the talk that we had on Two Bears was the talk, and you're like, "Yeah,
Are
man,
you serious?
Take whatever time you need." And I thought that was the.
You don't think it's weird though that, like, I did say take whatever time you need. That's
Yeah.
true. So I'm not calling you out on that. But you don't think it's weird that the first day you decided to take off, you didn't call or.
When it was the day we taped your mom's house.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of needed you here. That didn't cross your mind?
I mean, it did, but another thing that crossed my mind was Tom signing off on my personal time off. So I thought he said take it whenever you want, and so I was like,
Yeah, but
oh.
usually there'd be like, so I'm gonna start that tomorrow. You know.
Which I did, yeah.
You get
Okay.
to give notice, though. You got to tell us explicitly.
Okay,
Nadav.
so what did you do? Where did you go for 3 days?
Yeah, why couldn't you even answer your phone?
Well, you know, I was doing the thing that helps me recharge the most.
Okay.
and
Nature?
It started there. It started with a drive.
A drive into nature?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I made a detour, and I went to Morongo Casino.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was there for a couple days straight.
How was that?
I want to say it was recharging, but I lost a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't go well. Like,
What-
I used to gamble a lot, and then I kind of took a break because it was getting away from me.
Mm-hmm. Getting away from
Yeah,
me is
it's
one of my favorites.
It's a good phrase. It's
Yeah.
a soft language phrase.
And so then I was like, oh, let's like do stuff that used to make me happy. And then I remembered how gambling didn't make me happy. But then once you get into it, it's kind of hard to get out of it until like I noticed a lot of people coughing around in the casino. So I kind of bounced out. But then I have some degenerate gambling friends that directed me to some poker rooms and stuff. Like I was pretty much awake for
A few days?
most of the time that you haven't seen me since last
And
night.
you feel recharged?
No. I'm saying I planned it wrong.
Oh.
I like, if anything, I came back at a deficit
Okay.
from when you last saw me.
I would
Great.
say.
And a lot of money is now gone.
Oh, my
good.
God.
So
I
you
got
feel-
into stocks too. That's a kind of gambling. That's fun.
You're doing day trading stuff?
Oh yeah,
How's that going?
not well at all.
Did you?
What's your strategy?
Morongo?
What's your strategy for?
It's not very good because I'm not a big reader. I don't like reading.
Oh boy.
So what I do is I go on the internet where degenerate gamblers have also found the stock market, and then I see posts on what they say to buy,
And you just do that.
and then I flip a coin on whether or not I should do it or not. And I've flipped wrong every time so far.
Okay.
And then there was the UFC 251 that came up
Bet wrong on that.
on every single fight. Yeah,
On every fight?
yeah,
Maybe you're not good at that. You know?
yeah. But boy, is it fun.
It's fun. You get a adrenaline rush out of it.
Yeah, like there's a feeling you get right before you think you're about to win, which is what I do it for. And then
What's the feeling right before you think you're going to win?
It's like, oh,
Like that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so I had that, and then whoever I bet on got knocked out.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds like a good use of time.
I like it.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if I could get an advance on like a couple of paychecks coming up, but I definitely owe people money. I just don't want anyone showing up here.
I feel like
you guys don't want.
you need
boy.
some up dog.
What's up, dog?
Not much. What's up with you, dog?
Nice and clean. This is fun. I miss this.
that was fun, though. You have
You
to
walked
admit, that was
into that.
a
I
lot
sure
of
did.
fun.
Yeah, I deserve that one.
Yeah.
Better Nadav was great, and
And better Nadav is Zolo.
yes,
Are you gonna keep calling him that now that I'm
Yeah.
back?
I think so.
Dude, he Googled so fast.
He does Google.
Like,
fast.
we wanted to see something, boom, it was up.
Yeah.
I just confirmed that pandas are native to China.
Yeah, but that took so long. Better Nadav could do that way faster.
That was like 5 Mississippi's tops.
Boo.
Speaking of you being back and us having to deal with that, we also have the clip from the security cameras. We had that pulled of when you told Zolo, aka Better Nadav, that you deleted the episode of Your Mom's House. You want to watch it?
Yeah, I'd love to relive that nightmare with you guys.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Deleted last week's YMH from the YouTube channel. Oh, wow. Because we put a new merch bumper on the front of tomorrow's episode coming out. Uh-huh. And I clicked on the wrong video when I said delete the old version. But good news, the yelling at Nadav during the YMH is going to come back. Sweet. I don't think I've done anything this stupid.
Well, I like that you said, I don't think I've done anything this stupid, but I also find it curious that you're laughing as if
Yeah.
it's humorous that you did
What's
that.
so funny? I mean, it's not funny. You lost us a bunch of downloads, of views.
No, yeah, I agree it's not funny.
But you're laughing.
Well, I mean, I laugh. I laugh at a lot. And
Second clip?
Look twice before you hit a button that says delete forever, you know?
Hey, he's joking about it.
Yeah, it really feels like my life is about to come out.
I like
Yeah, dude, it's, that's why I'm good at what I hate fucking up. Like, it ruins my day. And, I get it, I'm the same way. I don't even know if I've done something stupid than this.
I said, I don't even know if I've done something stupider than
Right, and I like
too.
that.
Yeah, I like that too.
I just feel like it's still too late. I wanted to see anguish, and do you hear how Better Nadav reacts?
Well, I mean,
I like Better Nadav.
I think what you guys are registering as like cheerful, jovial laughter is actually very intense, nervous laughter. Mm-hmm. Like that's you guys don't hear fear in those chuckles.
No, look at you smiling. Look, Tom.
Big smile.
Does that make you angry again? It makes me angry again.
It's a defense mechanism, guys. It's not real. I'm not happy that I have that's the dumbest thing I've ever done.
It bang. And it bang.
That girl is a girl signing to her postal worker.
Oh,
That's so sweet.
So sweet.
This is such a sweet thing.
Says the good news movement.
Yeah.
Oh, were you getting mad and that's why you...
I'm done talking.
All right, sorry.
I think we need to reissue another form of punishment for Nadav, because now after seeing that video, I'm angry again. And I don't feel as though you haven't repented enough. And you took off and he goes to the pachanga or whatever. Manchego, fucking
You want to feel better?
casino?
You want to feel better?
Yeah.
It's a bear using nunchucks.
I know. That's silly. Oh, that's so silly. Oh, how funny. You know what, Tom?
What?
If this were America's Funniest Home Videos,
Yeah.
we'd be like, this bear thinks he's a ninja.
Yeah.
Like, what's the caption, the bad joke on that one?
Yeah, no, it's some version of that for sure.
Ninja later, buddies, or whatever.
Yeah, ninja.
I
Okay.
think for you, Nadav,
How are you still talking to him?
I would like you to wear a dunce cap. And I'm going to have better Nadav, make you a dunce cap. And you're going to have to wear it for the next episode.
All right.
You like that one?
Sure. Fine. Okay. So this one's kind of sweet here. Watch this.
Okay, so I have some neighbors that I've never talked to before, but they have a slip and slide in the backyard right now, and all the kids are playing, and I'm just gonna go out there and ask if I can play with them. Nadamo, hi, can I play?
Aww,
Yeah?
how sweet.
I know.
Oh, that's fun.
Slip and slides are the best.
So they were
Yeah.
all really nice, and they thought it was funny, and I made friends with all of them.
I like it.
That feels good.
I like it.
Do you feel better?
Yeah, this is now I get it. Some of the people are like, hey, why do you have that lady putting the corn in her ass, shitting in it, putting it in her puss and eating it?
Yeah.
And there's stuff like this out there.
That's so true, Tom.
We could play clips like this from now on.
Yeah.
This could be like our exclusive lane. Just fun, light clips that feel good, that make you smile. What's wrong with that? Why can't that be the show?
I know, right?
We're always playing such devastating, horrific things. I mean, why can't this be our lane?
Yeah, I'm trying. The darkness inside me is percolating, though.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You want to see
the
a
dark
silly
side of the force.
You want to see a silly prank that would be fun to do?
Sure.
Check this out. This is the see the prank?
Yeah.
I like it.
That's funny.
It's the guy in the box prank.
I get it.
So basically, it's a guy, and he disguised it so it looks like he's carrying a man in a box, but it's really just him, and he's got the. It's fun. It's fun, and it's light. And it's funny.
Yeah.
Why can't you laugh at that?
I don't know. I don't feel funny.
Do you miss doing comedy?
Yeah.
You know who one of my favorite comedians is?
Who?
This guy.
Chris Rock is a first-level grade comedian. I am better than Chris Rock. Chris Rock is nowhere near as funny as I am. I am the best comedian in the world. Chris Rock, you're nowhere near my level of comedy.
First of all, without even seeing some of your stuff, sir, I would say I like your confidence. Mm-hmm. Confidence is real big in comedy. You got to believe in yourself.
And he doesn't have teeth, and he doesn't care.
Well, you know what? He's got a couple of YMH check boxes. He's got under the
Good
camera
framing.
framed up. You got mold on the ceiling, which you don't always get in every clip.
That's true.
Yeah.
I do. I prefer a moldier ceiling.
Can I just tell you
He's disgusting, and he's got food on his shirt.
that if I had never pursued comedy, I think I would kind of be like this guy.
Yeah.
Like if I had
Sad.
just stayed working at Granger,
It's a good job.
I'd be making videos, be like, I'm better than Chris Rock. I'm funny. I make all the guys laugh in the warehouse every day.
I don't even think this guy goes to a job at a warehouse.
What do you mean?
though.
What?
I think he's.
Actor Fred Willard
Whoa.
has passed away today at age of 86.
Oh.
Yeah, I just saw the breaking news on that.
Breaking
Thank you.
news.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, that's the whole clip?
That's it. He does have a beard like yours.
I know.
Maybe he's studying you.
Those were done, looks like pretty far apart, but he has a cool, I like that he goes to the same area to film. Yeah. They're separate.
But that's
but
called
he's like, we're going to shoot. Let's go to the.
consistency. And it's good to be backlit. one thing you want is light behind you. So that it blows you out.
Yeah. I wish he would have, like the Chris Rock statement's a bold statement, you know?
Yeah.
Most like comedy connoisseurs would put him as like Chris Rock as like a top 3 of all time.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, I would have been like, and here's a clip of my awesome stand-up.
Well, I want to see. Yeah, let's hear a joke. Does he have something to sample? Because you can't just say I'm better and then not have anything to back it up. Oh, okay. There's no stand-up. I was willing to give him a shot because I like his cockiness. I like the arrogance.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
It
was kind of fun.
Anyways, can we please talk about the red table talk?
Oh yeah, this is a few weeks ago.
OMGs.
So the Smiths, the Jada Pinkett Smiths, have been doing this red table talk show for a while. Whew. First of all, you should know, if you don't know, if you're a listener or viewer, there's always been rumors. I mean, you've probably heard some of them. If you haven't, I'm saying there's always been rumors about the Smiths, right? Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith and their relationships.
Yes,
there's always been like people saying that, you know, they have open relationship and I don't know, all this stuff. Anyways, she's been doing the show with sometimes her mother, her children.
Gammy.
Yeah.
With her mom, Gammy, and
her kids.
And Willow joins.
And they talk about like life and philosophy.
But can I tell you that it's so embarrassing because Willow will say things that are just so like a 20-year-old talking and you're so embarrassed for them. Yeah. And as a mom, I would be like, dude, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Trust me, I'm going to protect you here. Yeah. You do not want this stuff out in the world.
Right.
Because she came out as a poly. She was like, I would have a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And you're like, shut up, don't fucking say that, dummy, you know? Mm-hmm. But so Red Table Talk, it's a favorite of mine for sure. Yeah. And Will doesn't always join. But he joined on this one.
Well, this was one-on-one. And I guess, I don't know if the August guy...
He came out.
And said it
August
first?
came out and he said that I had a relationship with Jada and that Will
gave his blessing.
It.
He gave his blessing.
So that opened up a bunch of questions like, well, what does that mean? Like, do they have an open marriage? Or do they swing? Like, what is going on? And so they sat down around the red table and she explained her relationship with this gentleman, August.
Right.
Who's a lot younger.
We don't want to play it for you because like it could get copywritten flagged. But just know all you have to do is, you know, type that in, Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, Red Table Talk. But one of my favorite parts of this conversation is she makes reference to, she goes, you know, we were going through this thing. We were done with each other. We were done. And they're both acknowledging it. And she goes, and then I got into this entanglement with August. And then she repeated it. And then thankfully, because everybody watching is like, entanglement. He goes, entanglement? You mean relationship? She's like, yeah. But it's like that, it's that thing that people do when they've done something and they don't want to say it. You know, they don't want to say the word because you're less accountable. Like if you don't say that word, it's like, you know, I went into this place and I got myself into a situation. Well, what happened? Yeah. Well, I robbed it.
Yeah. That's what criminals say. Yeah.
I pulled a gun on them. You're like, you got into a situation. Yeah. I mean, you just say I robbed the place. You know?
Yeah, they do say, or people that go, you know, I was hanging out with this girl. One thing led to another. And now she's pregnant. Like, not one thing led to another. Yeah. You know it.
You know exactly what happened. I know.
But the
entanglement.
So you watch this. You watch the two of them. You pull back up. Fucking this. Better Nadav would not have taken down. Yeah. Look at this still. Yeah. So this is them. Poor Will Smith looks broken, right? He's looking down at the table. He's like, fuck, I can't believe my wife is talking about banging another dude.
Yeah, why would you have to share this?
So embarrassing.
Just keep this at home, man.
Number one, keep it home. Number two, the language that both of them use.
Yeah.
Like she'll be like, it was an entanglement that I had to learn and grow from. And then everybody grew as the togetherness and the couple from. And you're like, bitch, what are you... This is so. Listen. I love therapy. I'm a huge proponent of getting into it, but also like there's a level of bullshit.
Like, this is the ultimate level.
Let's just call it what happened. So he dumps her. Will Smith and Jada break up.
They're married.
But I'm saying 5 years ago he dumped her.
Well, he didn't dump her. They were like, they both say that they were in. You know, they were done with each other. Like they were done with each other. Yeah.
Okay. So then she hooks up with this young hottie. They bang. And then he probably is like, I'm over it, or she's over, whatever.
Yeah,
and
I don't know how
then
it
they
ended.
split up. And that's what happened. Like you felt unattractive. You felt like your husband kicked you to the curb. And
This thing just seems humiliating. Like you can tell that they're both like, let's be grown up and talk about it.
Oh
but
my God.
It feels like it's humiliating for both, but that the humiliation doesn't register as much for her because she's such a malignant narcissist. But he, you can tell is like, I'm trying to be cool about this, but you can see it in his face.
He's broken.
Yeah, he's like,
why are we talking about this? I feel like if this has happened in your marriage, like shut up. Don't
exactly.
Why are you embarrassing your husband and bringing out your private sex life? Who cares?
This is like, it's terrible. This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Stamps.com. As we slowly adjust to a new normal, we need to be smart about how we do business. Luckily, there's Stamps.com to make it easier. They've been able to keep their business running and avoid the crowds at the post office from all their own computers. With Stamps.com, you can print postage on demand and avoid going to the post office. You'll save additional money with discounted rates you can't even get there. Stamps.com also offers UPS services with discounts up to 62% and no residential surcharges. Stamps.com brings you all the mailing and shipping services you need right to your computer. Simply use your computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it. It's so simple. And like I said, with Stamps.com, you get those great discounts. Right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in MOM. That's Stamps.com. Enter the code word MOM.
Oh, Gene, we've been together for 15 years. And besides good communication and love, what's the secret to our marriage?
You got to get it in. You got to slam it shut, fill it up, seal it shut. Yep.
And cock rings we buy at adamandeve.com. There's so many wonderful toys to keep your marriage together.
So much harder than you think you can get.
There's toys for men, toys for women, couples toys, every kind of lube and lotion. Take advantage of the downtime we all have right now and choose almost any one item and get 50% off at adamandeve.com.
Dude, get the cock ring where it puts the cinch on your balls, that like, so your balls are like tightly kind of pulled here, and then so it's like 2 holes like that. I don't know what it's called, but get that.
With the code YMH, just remember to use offer code YMH. That's YMH at checkout to get this deal. Go to adamandeve.com. Use the offer code YMH to get 50% off just about any item plus 10 free gifts. Use code YMH at checkout.
Ugh. Like it's terrible to watch, actually.
It is terrible to watch. It was hard to watch, but the entanglement was the best.
The entanglement. It's just such, you know what it reminds me of? This actually reminds me of, it's like, we talk about like super famous people are super weird.
Yeah.
And like when Garth and Trish do their videos and you're like, this is so phony. What it is that Jada and Will are better shit talkers. It's the same level of bullshit, but the way that they dress it up makes it seem more accessible, and you're like, oh, maybe this isn't. It's the same bullshit. It's the same phoniness. It's just they know how to do the dance in a better way.
Yeah.
There's more artistry to their bullshit.
Oh my God.
They're a little more sophisticated with language, and then like, and then I felt empowered by what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're just saying nonsense.
Yeah, you broke up in your marriage for a minute. And you fucked a hot young guy.
I learned, and then the growth, because the stars aligned, and I felt this shift in my spirit. I'm like, huh?
What? You got some young hot
dick. You mean
dick.
some guy fucking ragdolled you?
Yeah. Good for you. Enjoy it.
Split your back in half. And you're like, I haven't nutted that hard in decades.
Yeah, and then you got back with your husband, and then you felt bad about getting with the hot young guy. End of fucking story.
Such bullshit.
There's no personal growth. It's just the
level
you
of bullshit.
up.
It's just, come on. I got to tell you, this was one of the strangest things. You know, we have a couple cruisers, and a few months ago we got e-bikes, which I cannot endorse enough. They're so fun.
Yeah,
they're so fun.
Changed our lives.
Yeah, it's so
It's
fun.
like the lazy, fat way to ride a bike.
Yeah, you ride a bike, but then you don't have to try, and it's really fun. And it's great for like that mile, 2 mile like thing you want to like you need to get something done instead of getting in the car. You know, if it's like not that far, they're fantastic. So anyway, we had a problem with one of the seats, and then the cruisers are older, so we call this dude from like a mobile bike company to like.
Which was, hold on, the second guy.
The second guy.
The first
guy,
one,
this is amazing.
The first guy I found on Yelp, and I called him. He goes, great, text me a picture of the bike and what's wrong. I do. He goes, he goes, all right, I'll come by tomorrow. I go, what time? He goes, let me get back to you. I got to look at my schedule. I go, great. Day goes by, weekend goes by. I don't hear from him. I text him again. Hey, man, when do you think you come look at my bikes? Oh, yeah, I got to look at my schedule and get back to you. Again, he never gets back to me. So I find a new guy. The whole bike fixing industry is kind of TikTok. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, okay, so we find this other guy on Yelp.
And I come home, and he's standing up there, and you know he's got his mask on, and he's this real thin dude, like slight build, like almost you're like, you're something else going on. He's
like a low T cell. Kind of.
he's like, hey man, yeah, so these over here, and he starts really talking in circles about like what these bikes need, and I was like, okay. And he's like
super sweaty.
Yeah, he's like, you know, this right here, you got, because how long ago how many miles do you think are on this bike? And I was like, 100? I don't know. And he's like, yeah, it's like right around 80. You want to kind of break them in, have kind of the rotation done. Some of the things kind of get loosened up, and you got to move these things. I can see that you need a little brake adjustment on this one here, and you got to do all these. This thing here, the alignment's kind of off on this one. He's like really, and I was like, okay, man, yeah. And I'm like,
well, he started talking to me first when I was with the two kids alone. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, you gotta wear the bikes. I'll meet you down there. And okay, all right. So what you got to do with this one? And I was like, I gotta go. I got 2 babies inside. Let me take care. My husband will be here in a minute. I couldn't even handle the guy. He tired me out.
He starts telling me all this stuff, right? And it's like he's loading, like he's taking the bikes out of our garage and he's putting them like on this truck. And I go, so what's going to be done? He gives me that long ass speech, like running in circles. And I was like, okay. I go, how much is it? He's like, normally, man, you know, fucking, and he starts saying numbers, and then he's like, but for you, I'll do it for this. He's like cutting it down. And I'm like, okay. And then as I'm talking to him, I go like, this guy's going to steal these bikes. and I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to let him steal them. Like, I didn't want to deal with him. I was like about to be like, I don't fucking trust you. He's like, you know, we need a deposit. And I was like, I'm going to pay this guy to steal my bikes right now. So I gave him cash, and I was like, have fun with my bikes and my money, because I'm not getting this back.
Yeah.
And I actually accepted it. I was like, oh, this will be just the day that I paid a guy to steal our bikes.
Because I had a sense that he needed them more than we did.
Yeah, I don't know. And he was just like a problem. I could be like, this guy is such a problem. I don't want to deal with him.
I know.
And then I go,
talks too much.
Well, when can I get him back? And he's like, you know, and he's like unsure. And I go, well, I try to ride that one like every day, or, you know, close to it. So how soon can I get it back? And he goes, I mean, I can get you that one back on Sunday. Is that cool? And I was like, okay, sure. So then Sunday comes around, and it's Sunday afternoon, and I realize, oh, I haven't heard from him. So I call him, no answer, and then I text him, no answer, and I was like, oh, yeah, I was right. I paid that guy to steal our bikes. And then Monday, nothing. Tuesday, I go, hey, man, he answers the phone. He's like, hello? I go, hey. He's like, who is this? And I go, Tom. He goes, Tom who? I go, Tom Segura. And he goes, where do I know you from? I go, I don't know, fucking Netflix? You know me from my house, dummy.
You have 4 of my bikes, bro. Yeah.
And he goes, where do you live? And I tell him, and he's like, oh, right. I go, you were going to bring it on Sunday? My bike? And he goes, I had something happen, man. And I go, okay, so can I still have my bikes back? And he goes, yeah, I think I got to get the one part for the thing.
Oh, God.
Do you want yours back like today? I go, how about all 4? He goes, well, I got to get that part. I go, could I have it tomorrow? And he goes, yeah, I think I could do that. And I go, can you answer texts, though, so I don't have to, like, wonder? And he's like, somebody should have texted you. I go, yeah, you. You're the one. I interact with you.
You fucking tweaker, yeah.
Such a fucking maniac.
I hope we get our bikes back. So what do you think? Do you think we're going to get our bikes back?
I'm about 50-50. I'm about 50-50. I don't know.
He's got good Yelp reviews. I mean, the guy's...
It's weird, man.
It is. Hey, but I'm telling you, everybody in the bike world is kind of a lunatic. Remember where we got the bikes from?
Yeah, they're weird.
That guy was weird as fuck, too. Bike
Totally.
people are just weird.
I know.
Just weird. Hey, I was thinking I wanted to do that. Do you want to do that?
What is that? Oh.
But I wanted to bring up your cool breakfast idea. We were eating.
Yeah.
We like to go, we have breakfast outdoors in this place near our house. And Tom and I, here's the deal. I know that Tom wants to look at hot girls, okay? And
Hey, hold on. Okay.
So I don't want to be delusional. I know that you want to look at ladies. So I like to do this thing where I go, oh my God, look at that big camel toe. Like you can see
she's
her
like, look at that girl's puss right now. I'm like,
puss.
Jesus. All right.
It was very meaty because a lot of these girls walk around.
But she's like, look. And I'm like, I mean, I kind of see it. Like, you want me to stare at her box? She's like, yeah. Okay.
Because this one girl, these girls wear these Lululemon yoga pants and it makes their vaginas look very meaty. And I was like, well, you probably would want to look anyways. This way I give you permission to get a good gander at her meaty puss.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you don't get in trouble for looking. You don't have to pretend like you're not.
Right. Yeah, I like it. And then we decided we could take it to another level just to give me like, you know, I'm in a monogamous relationship, but just to give like a little flavor, you know, a little like a little spark of fun where it's like kind of flirting, but it's harmless. And so what I do is I see one of these girls, right? And I see them while I'm eating. So I'll eat, and then I'll be like, hey, you know, I'm trying to eat this breakfast. My dick's all hard from looking at you over here. And I just see how they react, you know? And it's like it's something you can do, too. You can do it, you can do it, and it gets, women appreciate it, is from what I've seen. And it's probably will get you laid.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and you don't have to say it like, you don't have to do what I did. You could be like, you can go, you know, I was about to take this last bite, but your tits are so big, I decided to wait a second. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's nice. Ladies like to hear when they look good, and I would take it as a compliment.
Or you could go like, hey, you know, I was wondering what your pussy looks like, but now I can see it with those pants on. So I don't have to wonder no more.
No more. Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh my God. Like it's a good way to like start a conversation with someone.
Yeah. And I think, you know, where it would really work is like Hooters.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're kind of inviting you to look.
Go to Hooters and be like, you know, I was going to get the wings. But I'm over here. My dick's all stiff.
Well, we just thought, wouldn't that be the coolest way to talk to ladies?
Dude, it is the coolest way to talk to ladies.
Like,
there's no question.
You would score so many bitches.
You're just waiting to, if you're not doing that, you're just not getting laid.
Yeah. Because you're going to play the numbers. Somebody's going to be like, wow, thanks.
Yeah, they're going to be like, nah, are you really hard? And then you can go like, why don't you reach down there and find out? Why don't you reach down there with your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, what would be the coolest thing you could say to somebody?
The coolest thing?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of cool things we just covered.
Yeah. Like if I was your waitress, yeah, and you'd be like, oh, I'm trying to drink this drink. Your tits are spilling into them.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, you know,
Things
and I'd be
like
like,
that, yeah.
that's neat. Thanks, sir.
When she goes, can I get you anything else? You could be like, yeah, you could sit all the way down on my cock because it's super hard from staring at you.
Wait a minute. That's a lot.
And then she'll be like, oh my God, really?
Oh my.
I didn't know you were gonna offer. And then you're like, yeah.
Thank you.
Listen, if you feel like you're getting laid enough, then don't try it. Okay? Yeah. Yeah.
You got meaty puss.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just true though, because as an older couple like we are now, people look so much better than us
Yes.
that I think it's important to acknowledge when you see like
Yeah.
better looking people. You're like,
And
oh
tell
my god,
them. You should tell them.
yeah, that's
You
a
should
really
be
good
like,
idea. Take
when
action.
You go, hey, can I tell you something?
my pussy's all sloppy looking at you.
Let me tell you something. I know I'm a little older than you, but I was thinking that I don't think you'll fuck me, but I'm not sure. Will you? Like that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, my wife and I we're having a debate over
We were
here.
debating about, she doesn't think you'll fuck me, but I said that you would. Will you? Like that.
And get into an entanglement.
Yeah. You want to,
That's
I'd
how
like to get my jizz entangled in your pube hairs. And then just see how it goes. All right, just things you can try. Or you can just not say anything to anybody.
Do you think Top
I'm
Dog?
going to be stupid.
What do you think Top Dog would think about your
What do you mean?
getting chicks method?
I don't know.
He's got away with the ladies too.
You want to ask him?
Always.
All right, I'll ask him.
Oh, and then
What?
we can get him on that one.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
What do you bet your mom's watching or doing bridge? Is it bridge time?
Might be too early for bridge. I don't know.
Hello.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Good. How's it going, man?
So sweet.
Oh, good. Just enjoying another day in COVID-19 heaven here.
Yeah, that's great. Let me guess. What's Mom doing?
Playing bridge.
Hey, so I was wondering, we were trying to give advice to these younger guys, about like talking to women. And so one of the things I told them is like, if you're like at an outdoor patio place, you're eating, you see a girl across the place, like, why not try something like, hey, I'm trying to eat my lunch here, but my dick's all hard from looking at you.
I'm not sure that would be the great opening line I would use. First of all, she could probably see it from across the street anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
But I would try something smoother.
What would you try?
I'd say, are those straps strong enough to keep your boobs up? Okay. That might work. And
I like
does the underwire in your bra set off the metal detectors in the airport? Okay.
Well, that's a mouthful.
Well, there's definitely a mouthful right there. Okay.
Woo. Yeah.
Those are some of the. And then what guys say to themselves when they sit back down at the table with another guy, they look at that, they go, "You got to be shitting me." Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they say. What do you think if women knew what we really said about them?
Yeah.
How do you think that'd play?
I mean, I think some of them know, but I think some of them would be horrified, and they would either accept it or they would just live in horror and fear.
I think they'd be horrified if they knew.
If they knew we wanted to hit him in the head with a hammer, tie him up, put him in the trunk, bury him in the desert, yeah, they would be really affected.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, and then when you're on the elevator and this drop dead gorgeous woman gets on, she's got legs up to her, her shoulders, and everybody pretends like they don't even notice.
Okay? Yeah, I know. Hey, by the way, I want to get you some Updog.
Some what, buddy?
Some Updog.
What's up, dog?
Not much. What's up with you, dog?
That's like a fourth grade joke. Fourth grade at least. Maybe fifth. I don't know. I'm not sure which one.
I know. All right. Look. Oh, by the way, Well, I guess I can't really ask you that because you live with.
What's that, buddy?
Oh, we were playing this. We were going to talk about this scenario about whether we would rather spend a week with mom or a week with my aunt Blanca. Like if you had to be like holed up with one, and then which like I guess.
Oh, that's an easy one for me. Mom,
Well, yeah.
Jesus. A week with Aunt Blanca.
Well, we were saying that it's do you. We were talking before that it's either do you want to kill yourself or someone else.
Week. A whole week?
A whole week, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, we should break that down now. All right, I love you. I'll call you later, okay?
Okay, I love you.
All right, bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Wow, I can't believe he critiqued the up dog joke as being 4th or 5th grade humor.
That was such a relief that he got to do that.
That was the best moment.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
Yeah. So here's the scenario we were talking
Yeah.
about. So my mom.
Yes.
My mom does. If we had to spend a week with her, what mom likes to do is she likes to provoke.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
She likes to start. She's a professional shit mixer.
Yeah.
That's so.
Can I ask you something? And why do you do that?
Yeah.
Why?
She
Okay,
wants to
but you
infuriate you.
Yeah, she likes to poke until you're like, "Argh." And then what I realized, it took me like 38 years to realize if you just go like, oh, I'll ignore that person like I would ignore somebody like walking down the street yelling things.
Right, like a homeless person.
Yeah. If I ignore her, then she's like, oh, she's deflated.
Yeah, she
And
has
she's
no
like-
ammunition.
She's like, you didn't take the bait.
Yeah.
But a week with her, she would get you.
She would get you in a week, but here's what you do. Here's what I do with your mom when they visit. Is I physically disengage. When I sense that she's looking for the fight, I physically go to another room, and then some other sucker walks in and takes her bait.
Yep.
So as long as I just keep moving around, there's always another sucker willing to listen.
That's true.
But if it's just
in
you,
if this scenario, it's just you.
alcohol,
So then,
I would just get her drunk.
yeah, drunk helps.
Drunk is good.
I'd feed her wine for breakfast
Yeah,
if I had
me
to do a
too.
week with her.
And candy.
But my aunt, what she can do is just break you fucking down in this slow, deliberate. Like, remember I told her about like when we were gonna move, and she was like, "Where are you moving? How far away? Does it have furniture yet? What will you do with the furniture here? Do you cut the grass yourself? Will you bring someone else to do it? Well, how are you when you live in the place? Who will move it? Will you move some? Will have people come help you?" And it's like the questions and the questions and the questions.
It's,
and then,
it's death by 1,000 paper
yeah,
cuts.
and you just start to go like, I don't know, I don't know anything, and that's like in 5 minutes. You know.
One time I made the mistake. I was very hungry and I baked spaghetti squash for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And you cut it in half and then you take a fork and you rake the squash.
Right.
Now, she had never seen it before and it was blowing her fucking mind apart.
Yeah.
How do you do this?
Yeah.
Show me what is this vegetable? How do you do the
She has-
thing? And I was like, I'm
She
going to kill
has
myself.
like opinions on, you know what I mean, like on everything. So then like you're making eggs, and she's like, "Are you using olive oil?" And you're like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Do you know that there is a study that says if you cook with olive oil, that it's not good for?" And you're like, I'm just using it. I don't care if I die." Like, and then like you put some. Is that salt? Yeah. Do you know that the sodium that you can?
Fuck
if you
off
don't, you have
already.
more than 180 milligrams of sodium. And you're like, I don't care. I don't mind it. Are you putting ice in it? Did you know that if you put too much ice in it, that can change your metabolism? You're
Stop!
like,
I'm
I don't
already
care.
annoyed.
So, yeah. So our scenario basically was if a week with
my
either, and then we decided that it just means, do you want to kill yourself or someone else? You know?
Because Blanca will drive you
To suicide. Yeah.
Because you're like, there's no way out. Everything's closing in on me. The walls are coming down.
Yeah, there's no way out of this. And my mom would drive you to homicide.
Because you'd kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
How
like,
do
what
your-
are you more comfortable with?
How do your uncle and your dad stay married to these
They're
people?
just checked out. They're checked out in different ways. You know? Like the stuff that makes myself and my two sisters want to kill I go like and scream at my mom. My dad's just like, and you're like, how are you like that? Because he's not paying attention.
Yeah.
He's not listening. he's not letting it get to him. And I think it's like natural. You're just like, how are you not? One time I was with him and I go, have you never beaten mom? And he was like, what's that? And I was like, how have you never like just fucking put her through a window? And he's just like, well, buddy, you got it. Like, he had like his own. And I'm like, I don't understand. We all want to fucking kill her. How do you not want to kill her? And he's like, yeah, well,
Well, interestingly enough, I saw Brittany Furlan posting a TikTok today of her and Tommy Lee. And she goes, in order for a marriage to work, one of you has to be crazy and one of you has to be boring. Boring and crazy go well together.
That's interesting.
And I think that's what we have with your uncle and Top Dog. Boring, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the chill.
They're the chill ones.
And the women are just out of their fucking minds.
Out of their minds.
Maybe
out of their minds.
Maybe they're entertained by.
Yeah, no, that's another element of it. It's like,
yeah.
Sure. It's like they're with these people who they're like, there's something about them. Something about them intrigues them, excites them,
It's so true because you always see good guys with like controlling bitches.
Or psycho bitches.
Psychos.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Get
Which
them
one
going,
am I?
man.
I'm crazy. I'm different, but I don't hurt you and stuff, right?
No. Thank you to everybody, by the way, supporting the store.
Yeah,
there's so many new designs, and you've let us know. There's those new 2 Bears ones. They all sold out, and they were all reordered.
Nice.
So thank you for doing that.
Oh, I have my new Boy Mom shirt.
The Boy Mom shirt and the Boy Mom tank top.
Yeah.
That Thick Boy hat at the moment is sold out, but we're reordering. And everybody asking about the 2 Bears hat. I was told it's coming in August. That's a partnership with New Era minor league baseball, so it takes a little more of a process. But there's 10 milligram Tom, Scrum Master. It's Bridge O'Clock, Tock Locked and Ready to Rock. New YMH stuff. The Mommy's Friends shirt. There's new masks. Thick Boy Nation, et cetera, et cetera. The mugs. The Charo mug was restocked. The Do You Work Here for Nadav. Her Tumblr. Christina's where my mom's at Tumblr. And then there's Mystic Rick. Let's see. Whole White Baby, bruh. Thick Boy stuff. Norm's Poutine. Jean stuff. The jean stuff, again, is like much higher quality, like our higher label kind of stuff. That GTA shirt was on fire. So anyways, it's all there. We thank you very much for supporting us. The store is merchmethod.com/Tom Segura. I think we're going to take a quick break now. We'll be back with our guests shortly. Anyone who's dealt with erectile dysfunction knows how awkward it can be to talk about in person. Luckily, there's a simple, convenient solution to get the treatment you need without leaving the couch. Our friends at Roman have spent years building a digital platform that can connect you to a doctor, a licensed doctor in your state, all from the comfort of your home. You don't have to get in your car. You don't have to park. You don't have to wait in the waiting room. It's super convenient. You do it right from your house, and you have that conversation. You grab your phone or your computer, complete a free online visit. You'll hear back from a licensed U.S. physician within 24 hours. If the doctor decides it's the right treatment for you, boom, it can be shipped to your door, free 2-day shipping. You get unlimited follow-ups with your doctor. With Roman, there are no commitments, and you can cancel anytime. So if you're struggling with ED, stay home, go to getroman.com, GETROMAN.com for free online visit. Free 2-day shipping. That's getroman.com/mom for a free online visit and free 2-day shipping.
I like to go on my morning walk through my neighborhood, and one thing I don't like is other people hearing what I'm listening to, which is why I use Raycon wireless earbuds. They last for like 6 hours. Bluetooth pairing, super simple. There's more bass, more compact design that gives you a nice noise isolating fit. Nothing worse than an earbud that just plops out of your ear. Not these Raycons. And they're super cool. They're comfortable. Did you know that the company was co-founded by Ray J? Oh, I love me some Ray J. And did you know that Cardi B is a huge fan of Raycons? Well, you're going to see why when you pick up a pair. See what all the hype is about. And by the way, they're very affordable. Why spend hundreds of dollars on earbuds? It is absolute nonsense. Try them out. Now's the time to get the latest and greatest from Raycon. Get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/YMH. That's buyraycon.com/YMH for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. Buyraycon.com/YMH.
And we're back. Our guest, from the hit HBO series I'm Fucking Italian. And they also have a podcast called Pajama Pants. Put your hands together. Rob Iler and Jamie-Lynn Sigler. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Guys. I'm very excited that you're here.
I love you guys. So it's so bizarre because we know you're actors and stuff, but I'm like, it's Meadow and it's Adrian.
Yes.
I know. I bet it's
gotta be.
I bet it's weird. I can understand like it being weird for some people that have never met us to see us together. But Rob and I were talking recently, like, I don't even think about Sopranos when I'm with him ever.
Really?
I mean, if certain conversations come up, but like he doesn't remind me. Like he's a completely separate thing to me.
Do you do the thing now? Like, because we were about to get into it before, like we started. And I was like, just save it. Like, but I think about how all of us and anybody who moves out here, you go on auditions for things and you're just whatever. It's a commercial, it's a show. Something, most things you don't get, some things you do, and you're like, okay. And then when something like, it's not like that it got on the air, but when it becomes like iconic, like years later, people still talk about it. Like, I mean, there's a devoted cult it's so celebrated.
Dude, I've watched it multiple times.
Yeah, isn't it like, do you sit back and you go like, holy shit, like this is an amazing thing that I got to be a part of.
Not until later.
Not until later.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I did Joey Diaz podcast and I was telling him like on Thursday I would be in the park with my friend drinking 40s, like smoking blunts. And then on Friday I'd be on a plane with the cast to the Emmys. Go to like Emmy's red carpet, win the Emmy, be on stage, fly back Monday, and then Monday night I'd be back at the park drinking 40s and smoking. And now I'm like, what the fuck? Like that's so crazy. But at the time I didn't miss a beat.
Especially because it's so different to be a famous adult versus a famous kid, right? Like I remember being in school and being like, wouldn't it be crazy to be like a singer in school? Like when you
right.
You know what I mean? Because if you're 16 and you're famous, like kids flip out. Like they're your peers and they're like, you're fucking on.
But it was different for us.
It
because
was?
Kids didn't know about Sopranos.
They didn't watch it. And also too, we were filming in New York. And so it felt like when we would come, like Rob said, to LA for like the award shows and stuff, was when it would almost feel like, oh, this is something, because it was such an isolated experience. It felt like on the set. I don't think until season 3 and 4, like when it really started to feel much bigger, it just felt like more like an amazing job that we love to do.
Yeah.
And we were still getting to come back and do it, but it didn't, I think like Rob didn't get treated any differently by my friends or anything because it didn't mean anything to them.
Right.
And plus when you're in it, you don't really realize the phenomena of it, right? Like you're just doing it and then someone is like, this thing is huge. And you're like, what?
But we would come to like kids awards in LA and I felt like an outcast.
Yes.
Like I would be like outside smoking a cigarette and kids would have like frosted tips and like, and you're like, what the fuck is it? Like, it just felt so, and me and her that's how we got extremely close. Cause we were always like the kids and always, like we always stayed together. Mm-hmm. And it was definitely, when we would come out here, there was something up. Like, we were like, what's going on?
It was different.
Yeah.
I mean, but you guys grew up around a very adult show.
For sure.
The harshest show. It has to have affected you somehow, right? Seeing all that?
It was such a like all my memories of filming are of laughter and fun and silliness, even on the heaviest days, because still to this day, some of Rob and I's closest friends were members of the crew. Like it was just such a true family. And I think like through the whole time, it just felt like such a great ride. And now I'm 39 years old and I'm watching it for the very first time.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, holy shit. Like I was part of like that. It felt good.
How
and it
far
felt
along
great.
Are you right now?
I'm in the episode 10 season. I'm at Pine Barrens season 3, which I know I'm excited for because I do remember a little bit of that episode when Tony Sirico and Michael are stuck in the snowy woods chasing the Russian. That's what I'm up to.
That was good. That was
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And you've watched or no?
Never.
Oh.
And no interest? Or
No. So we would, at the premieres, they would have us sit down and watch the first episode of the first 2, and that's all I've ever seen.
And you're not interested in watching it at all?
No. And I was at my friend's house when the finale happened, and they set up like a screen, like an outdoor screen for everyone to watch, and like 10 minutes before, they're like, this just isn't, it's not working, you can't see. So I was sitting inside, and everybody came inside and put on inside, so I went outside to like avoid it, and I just like smoked a joint with my friend, and I was
Now,
like,
at that point, though, is everybody like bothering? I mean, are they all asking you a million questions?
my friends, like people, it depends. Like if you went to like a mall in Jersey, it's over.
It's
Like,
over.
Yeah, like if you go to like a pizza place or like something, it's
man.
great. But then you could go. Like I remember when the show was big, I went down to Florida and there was nothing. Like it was, you
Really?
know, yeah, I was down there for a whole week and no one said a word.
Wow, that's interesting.
Really
Yeah.
East Coasty, like Italian.
Yeah,
whatever,
New York
New York
is.
thing.
But then out here it was big too. And I know, like I
Did Diaz tell you all his
We're
stories?
obsessed.
Oh,
They're so fun.
I watch Diaz all the time.
But like he told you about being like, so he has like a dead ringer for
Big Pussy.
Big Pussy.
Yeah.
And at the time, because when I met him, I was like, is that the guy from the? Like I thought he was.
Yeah.
And he was like, dog. Like he said that he's like people just would buy me meals, and since Joey didn't feel like correcting them, he would just eat those meals.
Of course, yeah.
And they'd be like, I love you in The Sopranos. He'd be like, appreciate it. And he'd just
Yeah.
fucking eat his food. I said it happened
As
all
long
the time.
as he was being polite and like making Vinny seem
Yeah.
nice, there's nothing wrong with it.
he was like posing for pictures everywhere. Yeah. Like,
I've had that same thing happen to me where somebody asked me for an autograph and I gave it to them and then they looked at it and made a face and they thought I was Michael J. Fox. Yeah, I swear. And I was like, oh, and it was so awkward and they were like wrinkled up the thing and just threw it away.
That's hilarious.
I was like,
I
oh,
had it in Montreal at the comedy festival where I hadn't had a special out yet, and these guys were like, dude. And I was like, what's up? They're like, can't believe you're here. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I realized after, because I ran into Dan Harmon, like the creator, right, of Community, and people were like flipping out. I was like, oh, like we're both fat and bearded. All right.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened. Everybody was like, you're here? And I was like, yeah, I'm here. What the fuck are you talking about? And they asked me to sign shit. And
You're
then
like,
they were
no,
like,
you're dreaming.
okay. Yeah.
It's such a
I'm
weird
like,
thing to say.
So weird.
why do you know that I'm here?
Was I going to ask you? I have to ask this. For the final, for obviously most important.
Yeah.
What happens at the end of?
Oh, yeah,
this?
explain the ending, guys.
Just go ahead.
You know, we weren't even filming that on the same day. Like then when they were inside the restaurant was a completely other day than when I shot my stuff.
Yes, I remember when you pulled up.
When something like when that show and that finale obviously was like, it was like front page news, right? When the series ended,
People are still talking about
and
it.
they
It
have
was
like
crazy.
fucking theories on the ending. I assume, as you know, obviously major characters of the show, do you get a explaining of like nothing? They don't go like
They didn't
tell
give
people
you like
this?
5 different, because
They
I
don't
heard,
even say to tell
I hope
people.
you're shaking your head no too.
No?
no.
But I heard that they gave you guys 5 different versions of the final.
I think they like
script or
printed
whatever.
out 5 different versions.
By
gave it
the
to some
end,
people,
we
but
were
not
getting,
us.
and also by the end, we weren't even getting full scripts anymore. You were only getting the pages you were in. 'Cause
That's
it?
it?
Was like, I think, do you remember that? Like the last season or so, you would only get your script pages sent to you, and it was like your watermark with your name and like
right.
because people
'Cause
were
they-
picking up
Jeez.
sides, I think, in the garbage cans near like Silver Cup where we filmed and stuff. So it got more locked down, like, you know, serious protective of the stories, I guess.
Wow.
I've
towards
heard
the
of
end.
people like buying jackets at like Goodwill or something, and they reach in the pocket and they find sides to the Sopranos, because we would just all like, you'd be reading your sides right before the camera went on. They'd be like, okay, ready, and you would just like quickly put it in like the wardrobe jacket, and then wardrobe takes the jacket. Sometimes it has to look like it's 80 degrees outside when it's really 40, so you're like trying to stay warm and everything. You hand off your jacket, and I've heard of people finding scripts in pockets.
What a find.
Dude, one of my friends, I haven't seen this guy in years now, David O'Hall, but we did an acting class together out here years ago, and he was an actor from New York, and he was like, he had done a few episodes of Sopranos in restaurants, and like he was like, you know, I whatever, and then I'm in the restaurant, right? And like without everybody, he goes, dude, they're fucking eating all this food.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what? He goes, this. He's like Tony and you know the crew.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like plate after plate. He's like take after take, and they're fucking just eating.
The only one that had the right idea, and she didn't teach me until way later in the show, and I wish she taught me sooner, was Edie. She would put a piece of gum in her mouth and just keep moving her fork back and forth, so she always had something in her mouth to chew, but she never ate.
Wow.
And I was like, why are you just telling me this?
I used to get distracted by this very like deliberate way that Gandolfini would play with food. Like
That's so true.
He used to do this thing with his fork where he would like
move it
would
around.
like move it,
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding,
but
yeah.
like it was almost like mesmerizing in a way where I would be I was like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Like who eats like this?
Yeah.
You know, because but he would still eat it, but it was like a way that he would like play with the food. And my friend, that he was like, bro, there's like 6 takes, and they're like, let's do it again. And they would bring out fucking meatballs, and these guys would eat them all.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus
And the worst
Christ.
is sometimes you'd be like, okay, your call time is 3:30 in the morning, and you'd be there at, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying what was going on. You know, you're tired and everything, and they're like, okay, in this scene, you're eating dinner, it's Chinese food. And it's like 4:30 in the morning, and you're like, there's no Chinese restaurants open. Like, so this is, and if it's a Monday, you're like, this is, who knows when this is from?
I have a similar story. I did a Domino's commercial in 2000.
I did Pizza Hut. We're like brothers.
Oh yeah. I got food poisoning.
From the commercial?
Yes, from the commercial.
Why don't I remember
This is the commercial where I actually thought of this of the joke. So I had that joke about little people years ago, before I was mature, and in this commercial, it was like a football pizza collaboration thing for ESPN and Domino's, and they're like, we're at this party.
Oh, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, and
It's a
then
while ago.
I'm talking to the director, and he's like, you know, I was in in these various scenes, and then like there's all this pizza out. Later on, I realized this pizza's been out for like hours, right? And they're like, eat it, and then they're like, just spit it into this cup, you know, and like so I'm just all the time. But then he's like, he's like, we got these little people. I don't know, what should we do with them? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, they're just actors, right? And he's like, why don't we put something on their head, you know, like salsa or something? And I was like, it's a good idea. So they did it, and then I don't know if it aired that way, but then these guys walked around with like cups on their heads.
Oh, that's a great idea, though.
But
with the sombrero with the hole in the middle.
Yeah. But I got so sick. I got so sick.
Pizza.
How about when you asked Bert which of the 7 dwarves he relates to, and he started naming dwarfs that he knows?
Yeah.
What?
He's like,
oh, really?
You haven't
like
seen that?
legitimate, like Brad Williams.
He was like Peter Dinklage. Yeah. Oh.
He's like, I heard what 7 dwarves do you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Yes, that's hilarious.
He's like, wee man. He said wee man.
He's like, I don't know if I can name 7. I'm like, we already know their names, bro.
Oh my God. He's the greatest.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is gabagool? You motherfuckers.
It's a type of meat, correct? Like a
sandwich,
like a porky, like a pig.
Hold on,
part of a
Nadav.
pig.
Hold on, let's see what Nadav thinks gabagool
boy.
is. That's how you say it?
Well, you know what? It's Coca-Cola, but they say gabagool.
There you go, Coca-Cola. Good job, Rob.
And
I'm not
Irish.
Italian. Yeah, we're
me.
not. Him
We're the
and I are the
only
only
two.
ones that are not Italian.
What are you two?
How
I'm
exhausting
Irish,
are they?
and what are you?
Cuban,
They're the
Greek,
worst.
Jew from Long Island.
That's
like,
what's up.
Yeah.
Well, Tom hates the Italian community.
Yeah.
Oh
And-
well, we're in the
just
clear
kidding.
then.
I'm just kidding.
You're not Cuban, are you?
No.
What are you?
My mom's Peruvian.
Peruvian.
My dad's a American mutt of like French and Spanish and some Irish blood too.
Yeah, because you look exactly like my dad. So the first time
So
you
crazy.
spoke fluent Spanish, it blew me away.
Yeah.
I was like, Dad, what have you been hiding from me?
I have a family in Argentina.
Yeah. I sent you guys an email like 2 years ago.
You did?
Yeah. And I was like, you are my dad. Like I
That's
said, I'm
so
like, you look
funny.
exactly like my dad. I think it was called doppelganger. I think I
Yes,
called
doppelganger.
it.
Yeah.
And that's why I titled the email. And I sent the picture. You look. I showed you the picture.
You showed me the photo.
I could send. If
Send
you
it
want
to
to put it up,
Nadav.
but yeah, I
Yeah,
could
send it to
If you're
Nadav.
okay.
It's
He'll put it up.
crazy how much you look like my
That's
dad.
so weird. And where is your dad from?
My dad's Irish.
Irish, and your
Yeah.
mother?
My mom is like Irish German.
Are you familiar with the pejorative term for homosexuals that is also widely used in the UK for food?
I did the sausages.
Yes.
Oh my God, Nadav
yeah.
just pulled up the very email.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, there's my dad.
Oh my God! Get closer to his face.
Can you scroll?
Because he had a good picture of his face. Oh,
I threw like 87.
Techno beat there.
Send him. Will you send him the one
I
that
will.
you showed up?
I'll say
Yeah, and the
I
job
put like
is
80
failing.
your mom's house references in that email.
Really?
Yeah. You should see.
Oh wow!
I can't read that far.
Here, I'll put glasses on.
God, I still can't.
Dear Main Mommy and Mr. Main Mommy, I like that.
I
was minding my business, sitting home here now when I heard Todd bring up how people always send in pictures of their friends who look like. It's true. It's nonstop.
Right.
One of you said the person in this particular picture looked more like James Gandolfini than the so-called water champ. This almost made my mind go completely off the chair rails. My name is Robert Iler. I played AJ on Sopranos. The reason why this is so bizarre is because I have been a fan for years. I've always been saying how my real father looked exactly like T. I dare you guys to take 20 to 30 Benadryl, look at this picture, and tell me they couldn't be brothers. Congrats on the new studio. You wanted to move in, and you moved in. What more can I say for the hours and hours of amazing entertainment other than thanks, Jeans, be well. P.S. I tried handwriting this letter, but when you have 15, how you say, ceiling fans, it's too damn hard to keep the paper from flying around the room. Now I'm saying not me, feel me, you know what I'm talking about. That's awesome, dude.
Wow, what
It's a good email, Rob.
That's so good.
And there's you.
There you are.
There
my
I am.
sister.
You can't see the
Jet
face.
game? Some kind of game.
I think it's college.
And I want to say I want to give you a lot of credit. Thank you for saying that. I want to give Nadav no credit for bringing it to my Stop.
It was meant to be how it came about.
That was
Yeah,
really
you found it.
nice.
No, but he's saying, why didn't you find it 2 years ago?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would have been a nice email to get.
Noted.
I wasn't good at
Anyways.
Googling back then.
That's right.
Wait, you guys were raised where though? Where were you?
Manhattan my whole life.
You too?
Long Island.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so we
guys
we
are-
weren't taken out of school. Like when the show started, I was still going to my public school in Long Island, and we would get tutored on the set. And then, to be honest, once I got into college, I got into NYU the end of my junior year, and I still had a whole other year of filming. Like I would just lie in school all the time and just be like, I have to go film because I was like got in college. And
Oh,
just
right.
Yeah,
ditch.
smart.
How long? Because I have I'm trying to remember back to when did the show first air? What year was
99.
it? 99.
Damn.
Yes,
But we shot the pilot in 97, and then a whole year later, we actually started the show, like the second
Oh,
episode. It was a
wow.
full year.
full year.
Yeah.
How soon? Because this I have no reference for. How soon was it obvious that this was a huge hit? Was it right away?
I feel like right away.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think right when they gave us the second season pickup pretty quickly after it started airing. I think when the critical acclaim. I remember them having like a conversation of them not even knowing how to market the show, because what I'm really didn't notice before was how funny it is.
Yeah.
And I remember them talking like, this is kind of like a dark comedy. And I remember being like, no, this is a drama. But as I'm watching it, I'm
You're
like,
like,
this
it's
is more funny than anything else.
There's a lot of funny
It
stuff. in
really
it. A lot of funny
Oh,
stuff.
there's this great. Is it to Meadow or to AJ? He gives this speech.
It's
This is the best.
we played it on this show.
We played on the show
10 years ago.
Really?
No, yeah.
Yes.
It's where it was when we first aired.
It's
He's telling you have a lot to live for. He goes, you got a lot of things going for you. Well, for one thing, you're white, and these days that means something.
no. That's what he ends with.
Oh, right.
Because he's like, look, you're smart, you're
smart.
good looking, and
Yeah.
let's face it, you're white.
Yeah.
That means a lot these days.
Yeah, it means a lot these days.
And you're like, Jesus, Dad.
Yeah.
And then the other racist thing
So
was
great. Yeah, so funny.
when you're dating the black guy.
I
He's
just
like,
watched that whole thing.
charcoal briquette.
I remember Jim, like when he would finish it being like, oh fuck, like this is so fucked up. Like he
Yeah.
was apologizing to the actor. Like it
Oh,
really
really?
was like, yeah, because he was just like, this is a really fucked up thing to say.
But then the crew
Yeah.
would laugh like Nadav.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
the
those
writers
great
were
speeches.
just like,
Amazing.
Well, and especially if you
Yeah.
have inappropriate parents, which my dad
Yeah.
would probably high five Gandolfini at that
Yeah.
speech. You know,
He's
it
like,
doesn't
"It's
mean you
true."
agree with them; they're
Yeah.
just fucked up. you know what I
yeah,
mean?
oh yeah,
Everybody
different
had
generation.
completely.
like the crazy one of my friends Cuban
Yeah.
dad was insane, and he would say wild shit that I would be like, like so excited to hear him say.
Yeah.
Didn't
And
he
then
used to
my
call you
friend-
sausages?
Yeah, he would call me sausages. Just when he's like, "Did you come to pick up my daughter?" And it was his son. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yep." And he would always like say crazy shit like that. But it was always, I don't know, if it's not your dad, you're
Right.
like, "This is hilarious."
Right.
Yeah.
And then if
Oh,
it is
yeah.
your dad, you're like, "Oh my god."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The craziest thing my dad ever did to me, he told me I left my socks by the toilet. And I was like, no, I didn't. I would never take my socks off in the bed. He's like, you left your socks by the toilet. If you don't go fucking pick them up right now. So I'm like, God. So I go in and I'm looking around the toilet and I don't see socks, but there's a turd like this big in the toilet, like coming out. And I come outside and he's just looking at me like,
I did it.
he's like, yeah, that was
Yeah.
it. Yeah. No, I think I was like 7.
7.
Yeah.
That's a good dad move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was just letting me know, like, I take bigger shits than you, and I
Yeah.
always will, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of flexing
that's
on
what it
you,
was
huh?
for.
And I gotta
Yeah.
tell you, your
Damn.
dad and me not only look alike,
You take
there's more
similar
than that in
poo-poo.
common.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Dad?
think. Yes.
Yeah.
I would do that too. I might still do that to you.
Okay, so I always have to ask people stupid questions.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's what I think about when I watch shows. Okay, remember when Meadow was like, just like a girl, and then, like, one time you came back from, like, a cycle and you were super hot, and everybody was like, Meadow's hot. Like, everybody was talking about when you blossomed into ladyhood. Did you feel it back then? Were you awkward? Were you like, oh my God, everyone knows I'm a woman now?
No, I
Just
just
me?
like I feel like I remember a couple of like when they
I
started.
feel like Christina really knows.
Wait,
it.
Because it was like a big deal.
let
People were
me
like,
let me not
"Meadow's
glaze over.
hot."
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I think I remember like when they started dressing me less like tank tops over tees and butterfly
See?
clips and stuff, and like more womanly. I think I remember like some of the older gentlemen in the like crew and like the set, like the actors kind of being like, oh, okay,
Were they
that's
doing
who
stuff?
you are.
Was it
Yeah.
like you guys are at lunch and then one of the crew guys is like eating and he's like, "Hey, trying to eat this lunch, but your tits look pretty good from here." Like stuff
You
like
know,
that.
that could have happened. I don't
that?
remember that specifically,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say that maybe didn't happen.
It maybe
Very,
did
very
happen.
could have
Because
happened.
that is what I noticed is like one season you were like this little girl and then you came back and Meadow had changed. Like,
Well,
she
yeah,
was
and then
in-
I was like having boyfriends and losing my
Yeah.
virginity and things like that. So yes,
It
that
was
happened.
abrupt.
We would
I was
do-
not ready.
They did not prepare you.
We would do read-throughs, and it was like everybody from the cast would come, even if you weren't working that day. Everyone just showed up, and you walked in the same entrance. So the autograph guys would figure that out, and they'd be like, okay, we can get all these dudes on one day. And they'd just be waiting there.
Autograph dudes are so weird.
Weird.
Oh
It's
my!
very
They're
strange.
so weird.
I'm getting like,
Sorry.
you know,
Go ahead.
just thinking about like them being, but they're great. They, they were waiting outside, and they always have me sign. And some of them were cool. You know, you say what's up to them, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, how are you, blah blah blah. And the guy has me sign it, and I look, and it's me and Jamie, and her boob is out. And we're at the red carpet of like
Yeah.
this
Oh, shit.
Golden Globe Awards or
Okay,
what
so
was
this
it?
was like when it was an Emmys.
Hello.
This is when I didn't realize you could ask for someone to like do your hair and makeup. So it was still where I was like, I put like braids in my hair wet the night before. So I had like a kinky wave. I brought my dad with me to the Emmys. I was like so excited. And someone for the first time gave me a dress. Like the first 2 Emmys, I went to Bloomingdale's and bought Laundry by Shelley Segal dresses, okay? So now I have like this like Cynthia Rowley leather dress, and I was like super stoked, and my nipple, are you looking for it? My nipple, my full nipple was out the whole time.
Google.
I hope
he
it's
finds it.
not that. Nope. I got my shit together by then.
But what's crazy was I always looked at Jamie as my sister and like a little, like I never looked at her in a sexual way ever. And when he showed it to me, I was so uncomfortable and like weirded out. And I know I'm about to see Jamie. So I walk up and I go to Jamie and I'm like, oh my God, how do I tell her this? I'm like, and I think this is when you said like she blossomed into a woman. I think this is when it happened because I said to her, one of those fucking guys downstairs had a picture of you and he had me sign it and your tit was out. And she was like, oh, did it look good? And I was like, and that was the first time I ever thought of Jamie in like some kind of, I was like, whoa.
Well,
like,
I mean, that's my next thought. I mean, that sucks, but
it look good.
If it's out there.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the right, by the way, perspective to have. Yeah,
but I felt the pressure. And I think why I noticed so much is because I know how awkward Adolescence is in private, and then to be on this huge show where so many eyeballs are on you and you're transitioning into being a lady. It's like, oh.
Well, I went through like a lot of changes in the first couple years and weight fluctuation, and
that's got to be fun.
It wasn't. It wasn't. And I got like, I would remember like being on a radio show and people would call in and like ask me how much weight I gained, and it like,
oh my god.
And as a 17-year-old girl, it like really fucked me up.
Yeah.
And I remember at that point, I kind of put my blinders on and was like, I'm just going to like focus on my experience on this show, and I'm not going to pay attention to what else is out there because I can't emotionally handle it. Like I was not strong enough.
Jamie-Lynn, big fan. What'd you eat today?
Exactly. And the thing is, on that set, like nobody ever cared what, like, people came back different sizes every season. Like no one said anything. It's just like, how are you? You great? Cool. Well, that's just your size now? Great.
Crew of guys, they probably were 15 pounds more every season.
Yeah.
It was great for my confidence with trying to get laid elsewhere, because I was like, oh, Jamie's on the cover of FHM and she's insecure? Well, then, you know, it's gotta, because I was 200 pounds when the show started.
Really?
I was huge. Yeah, and I lost like 60 pounds on the Atkins diet. So I was super
Wait, how
insecure.
old were you when you started on the show? Because you were a kid.
12?
Yeah. But isn't that normal for 12-year-old boys to gain and
it
then
wasn't.
You shoot up? Oh.
It happened like like my grandmother passed away and I just started eating everything, you know, and then all of a sudden. But once I was on TV, I kind of realized like, okay, if I lose this weight, we could start, you know, I started noticing girls and this, and I was like, let's do. So I did the Atkins diet for 3 months, lost 60 pounds. And then just.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And I was just like, I could eat burgers and hot dogs every day.
The autograph guys, they'll be like, sometimes they wait at airports.
Yeah.
In the so like I'll have a gig in Denver, and I'm walking by baggage claim, and they're like, hey man, what's up? And I'm like, hey, what's up? And there's like 4 guys. I'm like, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we figured you were coming to Denver for your show tonight, so we're here,
just waiting for
and
hours.
you're like, huh? And then they're like, will you sign something? And you're like, okay. And so you sign, and then they go, all right. And then they pull out like 18 pieces and you're like, do you want me to sign all those? And they're like, do you mind? And then you're like, I guess not, man.
It's such a weird thing. Like, are they even worth anything anymore?
I can't imagine.
They used to have us sign white pieces of paper.
Yeah.
Like when they were out of pictures, when they were like.
That's authentication stuff, right? So it's like it's a distinct piece of paper so they can authenticate what you're. But then the other one, this guy goes, I guess the Tops made baseball cards, and then they had some comedians on it. So this guy goes, will you sign, like, I got your card. I'm like, sure. And then he pulls out one of those things, and it was he had 36 of them. He goes, do you mind signing all of them? And I was like, come on, man, 36 for your private like, you're not gonna sell these for more. No one wants the Tom fucking Tops card. Like, I don't know, it's strange.
And that's the thing, like, they went all the way to that airport to ask you, how do they feel when someone's like, nope, and just keeps walking, and they're like, oh man, I parked the car in the parking thing.
Can I tell you that I want to be that guy?
Just waited for flights from LA to come in. Or
so
the hospital's like the airport's like the hospital. I would never. That's crazy. I would never stand in the airport.
Yeah, but I want to be the like, oh no, and I can't. Like every time.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
yeah,
I know. Yeah. You just don't. You don't want to leave that legacy around.
No.
I've never been a dick to one of those guys, but I was kind of a dick to one when we went to the 20-year anniversary, because this guy's like, hey, can I get an autograph? And of course, I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then he, like 2 seconds later, he elbows me to get to Jamie. And I'm like, this fucking dude just and we were leaving. So me and Jamie shared a car. We get in the same car and we're driving off. And then like the dude runs up to the car at the light and was trying to get more while we're at, and I was like, don't fucking open that. Like, I was pissed, you know, but normally it's like, they're just.
Good for you.
I was like, don't fucking open that window. Jamie's like, I have to. And she just opened it in this. And I was like, this piece of shit. Because he was so like, hey man, can you, oh, I'm such a bit. And then as soon as like that, as soon as the cap went back on the marker, he just gave me an elbow.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Really made me feel worth.
Watch this. I haven't seen this yet. Whoa.
It'll probably go down slowly when I put
It's all right, Jamie.
Is this what you do at home, Jamie, with your husband?
You after the kids go to bed for sure.
This is super fucking cool. So
Wait, that's it?
No, no,
Stop
there's
it.
more.
Oh,
There's more.
Oh, Jamie had to ask.
I was like, well, what? Are we using
But-
imagination?
I hope that's a set and not his house.
I think that is his house.
Me too.
This is terrible. Did you see his dad's dance at first?
Dude, guys are so fucking weird. Imagine that gets you off.
The craziest part is
That's
that
like my spiders in there. That's my straight up nightmare.
Oh, I thought you meant Michael Imperioli from Goodfellas.
get the fucking.
I'm gonna watch the TV.
Wow.
Hey, that's great.
I thought Tony was a gangster.
Yeah, no.
Oh, shit.
Well, what's that mannequin in the corner?
Just to practice with. La la la.
Jesus Christ.
You know what's crazy too is like
What
she's
is
down
this?
there like, ooh, and he's just like, I think I'm gonna jerk off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where does the gratification
He's
part?
peaking right now.
Yeah.
But right now he's got this rush.
He should be. It's not a
Okay.
good feeling. So
Yeah.
we highlight cool guys on our show. This is obviously King of the Cool Guys Club.
Clearly.
But he's not jizzing on her. He's not even ejaculating. This
This
is
is what gets him off.
gangster. Yeah, this guy's
Blocking
a
her-
darkest, cool guy.
Dark.
Now there's a cool guy.
Tom, have you ever thought of putting Nadav under here?
Oh yeah. That's not a
It's
bad.
lit well.
Well, now that you're here, we need a punishment for Nadav.
Oh yeah.
For
can
not
do this
sharing
time.
his email.
He fucked up.
So he didn't. He just didn't show up for a few days, and because he said he's like, can I? All right, so we're doing a podcast. He's like, I think I need some time off, clear my head, and I was like, okay, but like he was like bringing up the topic, and I was like, oh okay, we can talk about it. Yeah, you can take time off.
Yeah.
He used that on-air conversation as like the official. So the next day he just didn't, show up. And he was like, yeah, we talked about it. I was like, no, we talked about it.
No
Like, we didn't-
follow-up.
Yeah. And then he went to casinos, and he's like down, I don't know, like $2,000 or something, and then more. Okay.
Way more than that.
Oh, I thought he meant he was up. I was like, oh, good for you.
No, he's like more money.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he's like, now I cleared my head. I lost fucking, I don't know how many thousands of dollars. So we were thinking of putting something like a dunce cap that says like, don't delete or something like that, because he deleted an episode from YouTube.
But now I like this floor cage idea.
Well, yeah, but that's so
that.
involved.
It's a lot of work.
Hey, listen, if you're gonna come,
That's true.
Time
you gotta
out for the
commit.
kids. That's a good time out for the
Time
children.
out.
People are looking for work right now.
You throw that frame photo again.
Coronavirus.
That's true.
Yeah, you could hire somebody. Use use it for good.
That's true. You know what? I asked him if I could do as there's a risk reward to it, like everything in life.
Right.
I've been really deep into watching chiropractic adjustment videos on YouTube.
That guy, yeah.
There's so many.
Hightower, yeah.
Cipriano, Mondrian. I don't know. All these different. They're I don't know. They're relaxing to me. So I'm like, hey, let me adjust your back, and then it'll either make you feel good or I could permanently hurt you.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like a fair trade-off.
Like, what if Nadav is your first patient? Is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
Someone's
If
got to
you're-
be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gotta practice.
And here's the thing. I've watched a bunch of the videos. I kind of know how to
Done
do it.
a lot of hours
Yeah.
of schooling, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. You're right. It's like the same thing.
My friend used to cut hair, and the way he learned was by doing it on like inmates and people at hospitals and stuff. It's like,
You're like an inmate.
Why don't you just let me give you an adjustment?
We all are at this point.
Here's the thing, and we could do it for content. It'll be content.
what if you cut his hair while he's spinning down on the thing,
Real
right?
slow.
Or adjustment. You want to give him an adjustment? Sorry,
Yeah.
we have, like,
Adjustment.
the hair with the. I'm thinking of.
I'd like
Okay.
to practice giving him a haircut. That's not a bad idea.
How about that? She gives you a haircut, I give you an
Yes.
adjustment, and then we're even.
Well,
What is your reluctance for the
Yeah.
adjustment?
because look, hair grows back no matter how bad she fucks up.
Correct.
I might never walk again if you do
That's
it
not
wrong.
gonna. That's
You don't
not-
like walking anyways.
Yeah, well, no. I like movement. I like being able to get myself to the bathroom without anyone's help. I really enjoy that.
Okay. I'm not gonna fucking paralyze you
But how do you know?
because
Because you've
what am I-
seen like 20 videos.
100.
Yeah.
But first of all, what do you think? I'm not gonna hit you in the back with a hammer. I'm just gonna adjust you.
No, you hold the nail and hit the nail with a hammer.
Yeah. Do.
Yeah.
Right, and then I'll loosen up the soft tissue, and then I'll just give you some Yeah, okay, breathe in through your nose, out through. Let your shoulders relax.
No, you know what?
Pop.
I like this. Someone said like you practice on like inmates and stuff beforehand.
Yeah.
Practice on a couple inmates, and if they are still able to like get rec time and get their like hour of exercise in, then fine. Then I'll let you adjust me. But they have to all survive and be able to walk after.
You mean to call prisons and be like, can I come in?
I'll call prisons for you, Tom.
They're not going to let me come in.
It's during COVID. They're not going to.
I guess we'll just have to wait.
No.
When? Who knows?
They're not going to let me come into a prison. It's a ridiculous thing to propose.
Well, I've lost $2,000 at a casino, and I've had a bad haircut. You did the $2,000 to yourself, and that's way worse.
Yeah.
Losing $2,000 at a casino sucks.
It does suck.
It sucks a lot.
How much did you lose?
And I don't want to assume anything, but I probably have more money than you.
I would assume the same thing. Especially after this last week.
How much did you lose?
I mean,
just be honest.
I'll say it's north of 10.
What?
1,000?
I was trying to feel good.
Oh,
I was trying to chase the feeling. I didn't catch it.
What were you playing?
A little bit of everything.
Okay, well, I got a proposal for you.
Wow.
Damn,
I got a new
dude.
proposal for you.
I know.
Will you let
lot
me
of
give
scratch.
you a full adjustment if I pay you?
Oh.
Now we're talking. This is a language I understand very well and speak fluently. How much money are we talking?
But you should pay his rent or something, not just give him the cash, because he'll just go blow it.
That's true. And if
But
he gets
also-
paralyzed, he can't come
And
to
also
work.
breaking even is not a great incentive for me.
What?
Because look, all I get to be after this is just not broke, right?
It's a pretty good place to be.
It is nice. It is nice to not have to owe people
Can't
money
you just
that are
work
looking
shirtless?
for me.
Okay.
I think it'd be
here's
funny
the
to have
thing.
him shirtless.
I'll pay you.
He must.
Oh, what if he has to live with Josh Potter for a weekend? Oh, no, but his place is clean now. Right? Shit.
Deal,
6
deal,
months
deal,
from
deal,
now,
deal,
if he
deal,
has to
deal.
live with Josh Potter for a weekend.
Wow.
Dude, that shower was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, if they were
Yeah.
set dressing that for, like, a prison scene, they'd be like, well, we can't, like, it's a little too, you know what I mean? Like, there's
Do you
nobody
know
has...
what we have to show you? We haven't released it.
The Robert Paul Champagne Part 2?
The tour. Yeah.
Oh,
I love that you're such a fan.
I'm on it.
I love this.
I haven't missed an episode in 5 years, I'd say.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't watch like half. So I watch until like the guy shits his balls out is on.
Yeah.
I watch until the end. That's like the
Wow.
fat lady sings of Your Mom House.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
It's not
Yes.
over until the guy shits his balls
My
out.
mom. My mom did not like me telling her about that. I told her about it twice. She got really
Didn't
upset.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
she didn't like it at all.
And I almost like, because I don't do any social media, so I love that, like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I never see any of these, like, trendy
I bet you're
videos.
a lot healthier
Yeah.
mentally from not doing any social media.
Well,
Social media is
I'm a
like-
mess, but it helps, yeah.
But it helps.
Yeah, I think so.
I would pay you, by the way, just real quick to adjust you, if you allowed me to try to hurt you. Now it's like a different thing.
Okay, then like you're giving me what, 6 figures? Like what amount of money will you pay
She's
to
still down
permanently hurt?
I don't want to permanently hurt you. I want to.
You just want to hurt me bad?
No, I want to get a baton and like.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're getting
Now
away.
you're just
we're
beating
getting
the shit out of him.
we're
No,
getting
it's nothing
away
to do with
from an adjustment.
chiropractic work.
I picture the ambulance driving away and Tom sitting on his couch like this.
Sipping his lemonade.
It's true. I want to
Ultimate
hear
cool
him.
guy.
I want to hear him scream.
Yeah.
Can we just do Nadav shirtless and tit cups for like one episode?
I mean,
he
it's
has
up
to
to
work
him, you know?
shirtless in
It's
a
up
tit
to
cup.
him.
The big ones or the little ones?
The big ones.
Okay. The
One
nipple
tit
ones are
cup.
great.
Or the nipple.
Oh.
Could you do a nipple tit cup? Why is he getting to choose his
Wow,
punishment?
look at, and he's nodding.
Why am I getting to choose what
Your
you guys do
punishment.
to abuse me?
You should make a wheel and spin it.
That's what it is.
Oh, that's a
With
great
all the
How do you,
on it.
okay,
Yeah.
what would you rather have?
I
Just
like
answer
that.
this. Would you rather have a rib cracked, a knee like broken, or one of your hands in a cast?
Well, people that are looking for me from this last weekend want to do all 3 of those to me.
Oh,
my God.
it's getting darker by the moment.
Wow.
So which would you prefer?
So the question is
Sounds
it,
like you need some scratch, bro.
is it going to be you or is it going to be the people I owe money to?
No, because if it's the people you owe money to, Tom's going to do it too. It's going to be both.
Oh, okay.
Or do you want to make 10
Rib,
large?
knees, or hand?
Hand.
Yeah. I got an
Yeah.
idea.
By the way, just for people to know how sweet Jamie is, like why she's sitting like that. When we used to go to the Emmy Awards, they would do a thing. It was like one of my favorite things about Jamie that shows how good of a person she is. They would do a thing like the in memoriam, whatever it is. And they would show all the people who died. And it'd be people from like 1920 with like bowling hats on. Like, you don't know who, you know, like one lady with like a bird on her head, or like, you're just like, oh, okay. And you turn over and Jamie's weeping.
Aww.
Yeah, like
I don't know why.
Hours of makeup.
They put the music and like the black and white montage, and I don't know, it gets me.
It's because you're such a good...
You're a good person.
That's
like
very nice.
Jamie said on our podcast, she likes to find the good in people and celebrate it. And we have a third host on the podcast, and he said he likes to find the bad. He feels he's the opposite. And I was like, yeah, that's what I relate to.
Yeah.
It's like, I look right away for like, what? And then I'm like, oh, this, now I'm comfortable. I find your
But it's
flaw.
nice.
too.
Here's the thing.
Dark
You don't
side,
want
like
all that around. You need the balance
Yeah.
of Jamie with you, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
She pulls, sometimes we get way out of line, and she, you know, she pulls us.
I let it happen though.
Yeah, but
I do
sometimes
not,
you pull us, you know, like we were talking about the other day, how much food you have to eat to make a pound of poop.
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
Yeah, and like what foods would you eat to make more poop? Is it like, if I wanted to produce the most poop, is it like rice?
Oof.
Like grilled chicken is probably not going to make as much.
You're right. I would say something fibrous. I would go with cream of wheat, for instance, which it gives me diarrhea. I don't know what.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
I don't like it, so I don't know what it does to me.
Yeah.
Spinach.
Spinach.
Fibrous. Yeah.
Fibrous.
But it's so light.
But to make more brown? Oh, that's a really.
But you guys, you really opened my eyes, the two of you. Like we had we read a lot of emails, like that people write in, and someone had a very nice email saying he was a fan and had a crush on me, I guess, from the time I blossomed, and inspired him to buy a masturbation sleeve, and I didn't know what that was.
Wow.
So they got to tell me for about 30 minutes all about masturbation sleeves.
You've never heard of that one?
I didn't
You're
know it
very
was like
innocent.
a pocket vagina situation.
Now, I find it ironic because we Wikipedia'd you, and your father-in-law is Lenny Dykstra of all. I mean,
that's wild.
How are you alive? Like, how are you?
I don't know where he is right now. So we don't.
It's for the best.
He's not speaking to my husband they're not speaking for the past 2 years. But when I first started dating Cutter, my husband, I met Lenny. And then he went to jail like 2 days later.
2 days later?
He thought he was showing up for like a hearing.
Was that the finance
and they cuffed
thing?
Him. Mm-hmm.
Dude, I remember Real Sports.
No, it was very tragic, like what happened to my husband and his family. But there was a lot of forgiveness. And when I had our first son, he got out of jail and spent a lot of time with us. And he was completely sober. And obviously coming out of a year and a half of being in jail and getting, and coming and living in a halfway house, and then stayed with us for a while. He was awesome. I've seen the really amazing parts of Lenny that I understand why, like, my husband loves him and his kids love him and celebrate him. He's really smart, but at the same time, I think there's like that darkness of him that when the book came out and like the whole Nails persona and everybody talking about all that again, you get caught up in it. And I watched him unravel, and it's been sad, but I think it's best. Every once in a while, like my husband will pull up a Twitter video that he's posting or whatever. And I don't know.
Yeah.
We're confused.
Yeah.
We just hope he's well.
Doing it.
Oh, that's good.
He's a wild one.
Well, we both love Stern, and we know he's.
Oh, yeah.
He gets crazy.
No, we've heard all that stuff. We've heard it all.
Yeah. So you've heard
my
him
husband is nothing like him. My husband is completely like his mother, who's like from Mississippi, Southern, sweet. My youngest son looks like Lenny.
Wow, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And you're like, wouldn't it be neat if they could have a relationship?
And they have no idea.
And
about
they have
him.
no idea. Yeah, my dad too is kind of out of the picture, and the older boy looks just like him. And I'm
Really?
like, man, it would be so cool if if you gave a fuck. You know what I mean? If you're like a person and like.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep holding out, hoping that there's something that'll happen, because he has, like, my oldest son is so freakishly athletically gifted from like a very young age. Like in Little League, the dads would come up and be like, I love Bo's swing. And he was like 5. It would be really cool. I mean, my husband played professional baseball too.
Yeah,
like,
and also with that name, everyone's going to be like, oh, it's genetic.
Oh, yeah. Well, playing in minor league, my husband was in the minor leagues our entire relationship only up until 2 years ago. And so, like, I've sat in all the games and all the towns and all the places, and, like, no one got heckled more than my husband.
I bet.
Ugh,
I bet.
terrible.
That's
Sarah,
tough.
people say crazy shit.
Crazy shit.
Fans,
So
I
your
mean,
wife's tit.
Yeah,
That too.
That's nice.
I wish they were saying that, to be honest.
It was Meadow. Going that, and you're like, thanks.
Are you from like an acting family?
No, not at
Not
all.
at all. No way.
How that's so weird. Did your parents put you into this stuff when you were kids?
No, I mean, my brothers and I used to make home movies growing up, but I expressed interest in musical theater at a very young age. I loved singing and dancing, and so growing up in Long Island, I performed like Annie 800 times at every Y or community theater. Like it was my goal was Broadway. And when I would audition for film and television when I was young, they always wanted you in a box, right? You were either like all-American, Latina,
Right.
African American, and I never fit in a box because I'm all these different things that nobody could ever choose. So I never thought I had a career on camera. And when Sopranos came along, I thought it was musical because there was no information on it. There was no.
You thought soprano? Oh, hilarious.
Right.
And you're like, I would love to sing in
pretty
this
much.
play.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I was just walking down the street and with my dad, and some dude came over and was like, hey, he should be in commercials. And I started auditioning, booked a bunch of commercials, and then got Sopranos.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah.
And you were 12?
Did they care? Like, did
Yeah.
Chase and them care that you're not a guinea greaseball, or they just were like, it's fine, you
No,
can pass?
they didn't care at all. They just, I think it was like in the audition you had to say fuck, and I was the only 12-year-old who was like, yeah, this fucking shit, like and they were like, what? But like, because all the other kids were like
he's perfect.
Fuck it, like really trying to hit, and I was just like, are we fucking done here? Like the ready to, and he's like, that's the guy.
And I think
like,
my Long
perfect.
Island accent was so on, and like, you're auditioning all these like young kid actors in New York City that, did not speak like me. So I definitely had that.
You guys were authentic.
Too. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
they're trashy enough to be on the show.
Yeah. And there was an ease about the two of you that Tony Soprano and Edie Falco could be your parents, and that was your dysfunctional. Yeah, whatever, mom. It was so like great.
When we had the scene where they told us they were splitting up, it's one of my more like visceral memories I have of filming where we're all in the kitchen. I remember genuinely feeling like I was in that story, in that situation, and so sad to like see the two of them. Because I mean, at that point we've been filming for 6 or 7 years. For them to be like, I think we're gonna separate. I remember just like, I'd never been like method before, or really felt like what my character was feeling necessarily, and it was pretty strong because we loved them like that, and it felt very familial,
Right. And I know you've been asked this a million times, but tell us, because I gotta know, what was it like working with Gandolfini?
The best.
Yeah.
He was the kindest. I mean, especially watching the show now, and just seeing the work he did, like how we knew how hard he worked. I mean, he worked harder than anyone, and to create that character, he was so different than Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
No matter what anybody would want, like that's not Jim at all. And to know the amount of work that he put in, and then to also then think about the amount of work he put in, like, and of care about us. We both went through fucked up shit, but like my personal life was an absolute mess the entire duration of that show.
What was going on?
I mean, I got married, I got divorced, I got diagnosed with MS, like a lot of different things that he was one of the only few that like knew about. And or even if I wasn't telling anybody, because that was kind of my MO for a while, he would bring it out in me and like check up on me. And like, he did not have to do that at all. And he was like that for everybody. And, I think that I almost feel oddly like closer to him than ever, like watching it again, because it's just, my appreciation of him has even grown, I guess,
Yeah, he couldn't have been better in every, I mean, just insane. Like everything, like with our relationship, everything he did was just perfect. Like we were in the kitchen one time and on the show and talking about like, I had never seen a play because everybody's such an actor on the show, and I'm like, I'm just waiting for this to be done so I can go take Percocets and so he's like, you've never seen a play in your whole life, and I'm like, no, and he's like, all right, we're going to a play, So the next day he hits me up. He's like, all right, Friday night we're going to see like Rainmaker or something with Woody Harrelson. And we both sit down in the chair, and he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out like an asthma pump, and he like does his asthma pump thing. And I reach into my pocket and I just pulled out my pump. I was like, yeah, you know, I remember like exactly sitting right there. And then we just sat there and like watched the play, and then we went to eat after. But there was one time where he called us into his trailer like in the middle of the day, and people don't realize how much shit he had to do. Ugh. Like when you talk about how hard it was, it's like he's in every scene. Mm-hmm. So let's say he's working 16 or 18 hours a day. As soon as he's done, he has to learn all the shit.
Right.
So it's like, when are you
Tomorrow's
supposed to
monologue?
Yeah. So they give you a turnaround of say 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, whatever, and then he has 9 pages of dialogue to learn in that time, and not just learn the words, but figure out. He was super, and so he called us into his trailer and he just handed us all a check, like a huge check.
Because we're never going to see residuals of the show, and he would, and so he divided up a big sum of money amongst all of us to give us all a little piece.
Like
everyone got, I don't know, $35,000, something like that.
Wow, that's really kind.
That's very
to do to children.
I remember I saw it not recently, but like a couple of years ago. I mean, you saw it in person, but I guess because you're not there for every scene. Obviously, it was some intense scene between him and what's Spider Michaels, and it was like an intense thing. And then they cut, and like Chase and Michael were like, Jesus Christ, man, like because he got so intense. And then he got frustrated, but it was like all this behind the scenes stuff. Like he was frustrated he was questioning so much of the, like the motivation and like, he's like that. It was, and you could see him and David Chase were going back and forth on it. That kind of fascinated me, that like, it wasn't just somebody being like, here's the lines, I say it. He was like, why would I say this? It does. It wasn't like an HBO behind the scenes camera. It seemed like it was like more like, someone like holding one down,
right?
You know what I mean? Right. Where they were just capturing an authentic
real moment.
Yeah, and there was and it was a very like intense thing where you're like, oh, there's somebody who really is invested in this character and this work. You know?
Yeah.
I would be sore. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
I would be sore after some of our scenes, like because he would have to choke me or like throw me up against the wall or something, and you do it 37 times in 3 hours, and I'd be like black and blue over here and all this stuff, because on the first take he would do it light, and I'd be like, it's okay, you could because I knew what he wanted to do, which is just like, there was one scene where he had to like take me from the bed.
Yeah, he fucked you up.
Yeah, and he would, like, there was a time where he threw me into the closet and like everything fell, and it was crazy. But and I would tell him like, it's okay, like go, and he'd be like, are you sure? Like, and as soon as they said cut, he'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, are you okay? Like, do you need water? Do you need anything? I'd be like, no, it's fine, let's go again. Like, let's while we're. Yeah. He was just,
dude. That's amazing. I did that Remember, I did this indie movie. It still hasn't come out. It's the fun thing about indie movies. You're like, we made that, right?
Yeah.
So, and I got to be in a fight scene, right? And I was so excited. And there's a stunt coordinator walking me through it, and the actor goes, the actor weighs 100 pounds less than me. So, and I'm supposed to like shove him. He goes, you can really shove me. And I was like, okay. And so we do a take, and I do it like half. He's like, I told you to shove me, like really shove me. And I was like, okay.
Oh, no.
So we're in a bathroom, and I really shoved him through a door, and the door broke off the hinges, came off.
You got all that anger out of it.
Oh yeah. But then, so I kind of got it talking to. They're like, why the fuck do you shove him so hard? I was like, he just everyone's here. You just said to shove him. And they're like, yeah, but he broke the door. Now we got to put the fucking door back together. I was like, all right, man. So then there's like a follow-up scene where he's on the ground and like we're covered in blood, and they're like, you're punching him, but you're holding him with the fist like on the shirt here, and then you're punching him like this. Of course, he's not like, but he goes, like really like with this hand, kind of throw my head back, but he's leaning up against off the floor.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to pretend to hit him, obviously, like this. When I go to pretend, he throws his head back on a cement floor.
Oh, fuck.
And it's loud, and it's like, no, like, that your head's not supposed to make that noise. So I panic. Because I was like, right? And he's like, why are you stopping? Keep doing it. And I was like, meanwhile, everybody's like, don't stop. So he yells at us for stopping. He's like, now my fucking head hurts and we don't have this. So I was like, all right. And they end up taking him to the hospital. They took him to the hospital.
No.
Yeah, because.
And what happened?
I think he's dead. I don't know. Yeah. No, he's all right. He's okay. Yeah.
It's fine. Who cares?
Yeah.
We were playing the shoving game yesterday on our walk, and you didn't want to shove me too hard.
Yeah.
You ever do that with your husband?
We've never played that. I mean, I've definitely. Oh, I'm dark postpartum. Like,
yeah,
I
me
am
too.
Dark.
Me too. Yeah. That's why I won't have a third.
Tell me.
Yeah, same.
I'm too afraid.
I don't know. Like sleep deprivation, hormones, like breast milk.
Yes.
Like that trifecta makes me a goddamn devil. I swear to God.
Sure.
And I learned that I have a mean right hook.
Ooh.
And I learned that I can shove my husband off balance.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You hit it?
While holding a baby.
Damn.
While holding a baby.
Huh? What did he do?
Yeah.
You're lucky he's nothing like his father.
Yeah. No. Oh my God. Can you imagine? No. I don't. It was some fight where. See, I have this thing where I'm like, just stop talking to me. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
And he can't. And he kept coming back in, and I was like, dude, you got to give me a I'm really mad right now. And then like, I need, like if I could, I will go in a room and lock it. Like, leave me alone. And he just couldn't. And I just.
I love this side of you.
In the face?
Yeah, I'm fired up too.
Unlike the side of his head.
Yeah, you got me excited in like a way.
He's probably so mad that I'm telling this story right.
This is great.
It was an ultimate low for me. But I don't know. Postpartum is a rough.
It makes you do
road.
crazy things, man.
Pretty much. Yep. That was it.
Yeah.
There's a whole like red and black theme with these videos too.
Oof.
Black women are superior.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, social justice is taking a whole different turn in this country now.
I got to tell you, I have been a Thrive Market member now for about 2 months, and I absolutely love it. Basically, it's high quality. I buy meats primarily. They cater to all kinds of diets. Paleo, keto, plant-based. They deliver the highest quality organic and sustainable essentials from groceries, healthy snacks, meat and seafood, clean wines, non-toxic cleaning, and bath and body. I like to get their meats personally. I throw them in the freezer, grass-fed, high quality. And the best part is that my membership provides a free one for somebody in need, like a low-income family, a teacher, a veteran, or first responder, so I can feel good about what I am doing. I am a proud Thrive Market member. You will be too. Try it risk-free. Go to thrivemarket.com/YMH. Join today and you'll get up to $20 in shopping credit towards your first order. That's THRIVE market.com/YMH to start your risk-free membership and get up to $20 towards your first order. thrivemarket.com/YMH.
By the way, on a lighter note, when I moved here to
Thanks for the transition.
I moved here to start our podcast in August or whatever.
Oh.
And September, like almost right away, it was like 2 weeks, I'm walking around Whole Foods. And I don't give a fuck about meeting celebrities. I don't care about bumping it. Like,
me too.
It doesn't
Except for
even
you
like
guys.
blip. Yeah. It doesn't even do like a blip of like, so whatever. I turn the aisle with my cart and it's Hard Rock Nick is standing in the fucking aisle. I was blown away. Like I just took my cart and like pushed it into the side of the wall. I was like, I couldn't believe he had the whole like zigzag.
Yeah.
It's like a
He's
it's
the
like,
realist.
it's like a guy on the show who they play videos of. But
It's right there, Jamie-Lynn. I don't know if you could see this.
can I tell you, I didn't even believe he shopped at Whole Foods.
Yeah,
I
and he
was
does.
floored.
He
gets,
actually
like-
he owns like 35% of the
Yeah.
company.
Right.
He gets
Yes.
5 Amazon packages a day.
Yeah,
Easy.
quarantine, it's way up.
Yeah.
Look at that. I really appreciate the craftsmanship on this beard.
Yeah, he does too.
The lips.
Yeah.
He does. He'll tell you about it.
You know what? You know what I love is like you think
It's nice teeth.
when you see videos, you think like, oh, because we like this video, we also like this video. But it's so different when you show videos. Like one of my favorites is Take Your Overs.
Me
Like,
too.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy John.
Top of the top. But then one of my other favorites is
Love
Ay
it.
Ay Ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
And
I
you
don't like that
hate
guy.
him.
I don't like
and it's
Ay, ay,
so
ay.
it's
Did you
so
see?
weird.
Oh, you haven't seen because that was it comes out tomorrow. We have a Tommy John's update.
He's probably my
He's my
favorite.
favorite?
Yeah, breakups are hard. He's like, take your overs.
He's
Here, I'll give it to you right
He's
now.
the dumbest. He's
I
so
live.
right now.
I live for this guy.
He's so
I just want to say, deadass.
Breakups
the
are
reason
hard.
why I'm wearing this fucking yellow fucking weird thing is my ass is gonna be doing community service for the state of Utah. Woo! I got a DUI, baby. Anyways, I just want to say, if you guys see me up on the freeway picking up trash and all this bullshit, feel free to honk your horn. You know, feel free to say, hey, Tony Jones, ladies man, out the window, and I'll wave back.
We up out of here.
See, and I like where you're going with this, Rob, because you're right. I have different. I think because he's just like dumb and harmless, but the ay guy, he's
gonna make you cry, guy.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna smell your pussy and I'm gonna lick your pussy, and I'm like, that's too far.
That guy is the best. Let me eat you. He's like, I'm gonna make you cry, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I don't
probably
like
really
that one.
sweet to his mom, this one.
R-
Like,
that's
I
what
feel
it
like,
is.
yeah.
Yes.
And, like, loves his sister.
Yeah, he's
something,
just
like,
kind of a dope.
Yeah.
He's a dope.
Yes.
The ay guy borders on rapey. You know, you're like,
yeah.
is he gonna hold me down?
But
and
there's
rape me?
anybody who went like you guys have talked about this, but the way when you start a video with "We up out of here," something's crazy. Like that was his like instead of hello, he'd be like, "We up out of here," and then he would start his
And
like
then start a
3-minute
video.
rant.
That's like essentially
best.
saying,
We up out of here.
I gotta go, and then starting a video. You're like, well, I thought you had to leave. man.
You sit down for a date. He's like, I got to go.
You do a really good.
You do.
He does great impressions.
That's really good.
Well, do you remember this dude? Because we have an update. I'll give you the back. I usually like to show you the history first, and then the update.
I certainly got something interesting in the mail today.
The mouse pad.
Delta White custom mouse pad.
Yeah, it's a custom mouse pad. He's really excited about it.
What's interesting about this mouse pad? I can now jerk off with the mouse
Nice.
while scrolling all over her body.
He's a nice guy. Okay.
I'm embarrassed.
Her pussy is yummy.
Okay.
Her tits are fantastic.
So you get it.
He really needs to
So-
work on his sound quality.
The sound quality, I agree.
Well,
It's really terrible.
But you don't want them to improve it too much. That's the mark of a cool guy. We have certain criteria. and
What's
that
next? You want him to
lighting.
fix the lighting?
Yeah.
Now, what's really interesting about this guy is he put out a video after this one where he was really pushing back on the fact that people were calling him Russian, and because his accent sounds Russian,
Yes.
which is why I think people said you're Russian. And then he made the distinction. He's like, I'm not Russian, I'm Jewish, which I'm like,
You can be both?
Yeah, I'm with you on this. You can be both. You could actually be Jewish and from a number of places.
Yes, correct.
And nobody would be like, hey, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
But so he made a video about that.
I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm getting comments on my videos saying I'm Russian this, I'm Russian that, when I'm really actually Jewish. This is my Jewish kippah. It's a Jewish headwear. Jews put it on their heads.
Yeah.
Okay, you're still with him?
Yep.
Okay.
Trying.
And he has more evidence?
This
being Jewish?
is my fucking Jewish prayer book.
Okay.
Hebrew letters. My fucking Jewish prayer book has words in Hebrew and English.
Still with him?
I feel like
Still
his
with him?
mom speaks exactly like him.
Yes.
You know
Good
what I mean?
observation. Yes. Yeah.
But he's.
If anyone
This is a real-
posts comments on my videos saying I'm Russian this, I'm Russian that. I don't care if you're fucking subscribed to me or not. I'll fucking block your ass permanently.
I gotta say, usually when people are this strange, their walls are bare. I'm surprised he has so much going on.
Dude.
You know?
Another excellent observation.
Really
it's
good.
like, wait, usually you're just like, oh, that wall is as vacant as this person's
Right, there might be like a
I
hole
feel
in
like
it.
I feel
Yeah.
like he might not be the only one that lives there.
Oh yeah, that's a good point too.
But however, if you'll notice the kind of weird placement of pictures in the
Right,
background.
yes.
And I'm really liking the 90s boombox in the back.
Same. And what's the steering
Hardcover.
wheel?
What's
I mean, maybe he
Connected
takes
to
it,
a printer?
Which is a
Takes it-
stick of deodorant.
takes it off the car, puts it back on. Well, we have an update. We haven't even seen this new video. So
Or
here's-
that mirror. He definitely
mirror.
doesn't. He definitely is only up to here when he stands up.
I have a feeling there's no
Chest.
cologne on that shelf.
Here we go with the new stuff. Here we go. I haven't seen it yet.
I created
Whoa.
a new YouTube channel titled Eric Abramov Ministries. All my videos that are related to religion will go to that channel.
Nuh-uh.
You see, he has a lot of For Dummies books in the back.
Just gonna say that. I'm like, he's got a lot of for dummies.
How to put on a yarmulke for dummies.
Or they're like chicken soup for the souls.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, he has a whole religious channel now?
No, he's changing.
Wow.
Well, we found this on a re-upload archive channel. I think these videos are long gone, and all that's left are remnants of these artifacts.
Well, I love that he is like, I'm really into...
Nifwi Ziviana,
Oh,
Ekana di
wow.
Bojmaya, Av Baracha, Havlan, Lachma di Sankanan, Ekana Daf.
So
What
there's-
does he have to prove? What does he have to prove?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why is he needing to prove it so hard?
I don't know.
You know what I've learned? When you're trying to build a fan base, trying to divert them somewhere else, and like he's really, you know, he should stick to the one
Stick to what works.
channel and do both.
Stick to what works.
This is my Terry Patrick poster. I paid $40 for it on Amazon.com.
Hey, now you know where the autograph people send their shit.
Right.
That's
This is who's buying it.
Right.
Yeah.
And he said .com, so we know which.
Somebody
end.
who
Thank
looks
you.
somebody who looks just like him was holding that picture outside of an event somewhere.
He actually, but he's literally, he's got, here's what makes me come. Also, I'll read the Torah for you.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Right. Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to keep them together. I
don't know,
I
man.
get it.
It's something.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm still thinking about the woman that's in that guy's living room right now. Like I keep, a part of my brain is like,
There was
is
no
she
follow-up?
okay?
See,
There's no
women are so
follow-up.
nice. I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
I'm still worried about.
Looking
her.
at Tara Patrick, you think I'm going to
Like,
think about that?
Yeah.
You know?
How's she doing?
Who? Who's that?
That's the
Tara
tits you're
Patrick.
saying.
She's
She was a really famous porn star in like the 90s.
very
Yeah.
pretty.
She is.
Yeah.
She married the
Cool.
guy from Oz, the show Oz.
Really?
Evan something.
Oh, and then
yeah.
they split up though, right?
Yeah, and he went with Little Lupe. Remember Little Lupe?
Oh, I don't know Little Lupe.
Yeah,
From
Vagina
Oz?
Pussy.
Oh,
remember?
Vagina Pussy.
Yeah.
No
you know Little Lupe.
shit.
Yeah. My pussy is that cash machine.
Yeah. Damn, I didn't know that. Vagina Pussy.
You know, and I love this show too because none of my friends will watch 90 Day Fiance.
Oh,
and I
before the 90
love
days.
Happily Ever After right now is fucking killing it. But she won't help me out. And you guys,
Come on.
Jamie.
Jamie.
Okay, you guys can back me up here. Okay, I have 2 little boys, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't have a lot of time.
Neither
And
do
so
we. You got to prioritize.
I'm heavily invested. This is years in the making of the Housewives. So, and there's
Okay.
now there's multiple Housewives always on at a time.
So wait, when the kids go down and you guys have that moment.
I'm either watching Sopranos
Okay.
or Housewives,
I
so
got
I
it.
don't have time.
No, Sopranos is important. You
and I
when
have
you're
like
finished
I
with
have
that.
maybe 2 hours after they go to bed before I just pass out.
I agree.
So
I agree.
but there was nobody who I know who noticed what you guys noticed, which
Thank
is
you.
the guy who with the bulging eyes, who was crazy, the
Yes.
like Indian Australian.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
But the reason why he was so crazy
Yeah.
is because his eyes weren't just bulging; he was also squinting at the same time.
Right.
So he was like this, but then like this. So he was like, I actually think that is a great idea, actually. So it was so,
Yes.
I could not turn away. I would rewind it.
Yeah.
I had never, because what I think happened was people were like, dude, your eyes are fucking bulging out of your head. and he realized that and was like, I know what I'm going to do when I'm on this TV show is
squint.
Yeah, I'm going to try and squint.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah. I might have spent 3 months alone.
Can you pull him up?
Quarantine?
Can you pull him up? It's
Literally
Ash.
alone.
Ash.
Yeah.
From 90 Day Fiance.
before the 90 days.
Type in eyes.
I
Type
saw
in
there's
eyes
one
after
called
it.
What Now?
So there's like a whole thing. They're doing like the core ones.
Yeah.
Look at those crazy eyes.
See, look on the right bottom.
When he looks to the side, it's really
Look, keep going down. There was one before you opened up the other one that was there. Yeah, right there.
There you go.
See him? He's holding so.
He's trying to squint there.
Wait.
Yeah, right there on that one.
So let's listen to your.
See him
so,
trying to squint?
So
He's
Rob's
trying to
argument
squint.
is that his friends have been like,
Well, somebody was probably like, "Hey, man, your eyes freak everybody the fuck out."
Yeah. The casting people.
Yeah.
We were like, oh no, they love that.
Wait, what is the devastating health reason why his eyes?
Oh
are
yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah. Because we want to know why.
Don't ruin this for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
dying to see.
See, this is when Rob says now I'll start crying
Go to
because
the
of his thing
previous-
with his
And I
eyes.
can't laugh anymore.
Ash has a condition.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, what's the freaking
Can you-
condition?
yeah, hit that.
Come on, we all have something.
People need to stop teasing him about his eyes. Does it say what? Can you read it there for us?
The mind body coach
Okay.
says.
What's it say?
Hyperactive thyroid.
Oh, it's thyroid.
That's what Dr. Drew said.
That's what Drew said.
Hyperthyroidism.
Yeah.
Makes your eyes like that?
Yeah, he said it can. First time we sent it to him, he goes, "It's either
Mania.
psychosis, mania, or it's a hyperthyroid."
Hyperthyroidism.
Dr. Drew was our first guest on YouTube, I think.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, he was so.
Yeah,
He's the best.
So good, so nice
He's
for
great.
coming before anybody was watching.
So
Not
this
that they
dude
are
has
now.
a thyroid thing going on.
That makes sense, but you're right though. Is that I think he learned how crazy he looks on camera, and he probably saw himself and was like, "Oh, I got it."
I want them to release footage of that entire seminar he did.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be best?
Oh my
That was
God.
the
I
most
want more
embarrassing
footage.
thing I've ever seen.
And I heard that there was leaked footage of Lana and David, and they took it down, like full footage of when David, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Lana, and that he bullied her around and was actually a bit of a prick to her and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Well, you know,
Jamie, get on it.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Come on,
This
James.
is like every podcast we record
I know,
together. The two of them,
I
and I'm
cannot
like,
talk about it.
I watched one. I did watch
me a
one
favor.
episode.
You did?
I know who Colty is.
Colty.
Okay, but that's a previous season, and that's
No. That's right now. That's
No,
the
it's a
new.
current. He's with another one
happily ever
Ever
after.
After.
It's so
But
good.
I want her to watch
It's a different one.
the season that just ended of 90
With
Day
Big
Fiance.
Ed.
Before the 90 days.
Okay.
With Big Ed and with and Ash. Yes, and
I mean,
all of
that's a
them.
home run.
That one's like the best.
Really
one they've
good.
done.
So our other co-host Kasim had Big Ed do a cameo for me. It's up on our Instagram if
It's
you want to look
so
for it.
funny.
I laughed so.
I actually have never seen you laugh that hard ever.
I laughed so. I think it's Pajama Pants podcast.
He's so sweet.
I don't have my
though.
own. That's
you got me one from Big Ed.
I got you one for
You
your
did?
birthday.
I got a Big Ed, too.
Yeah, and I got the smoking lady that was with Usman. What was her name? The blonde.
Oh, Baby Love?
Baby
Baby Love.
Love. But
Yeah,
Baby Love
yeah,
Lisa
yeah.
sent him one, and she's like, I told her to say that Tom needs to stop smoking and drinking. And she's like, Tom, you got to stop smoking, blah, blah, blah. She's
She mocked
so
it.
Gross.
She
And then
mocked
what
it.
about Michael? You know the one, and he brings her a cake, and oh my god, it's the best show.
It's so good.
Okay. Oh
What's
my
this?
God.
This it?
Yeah.
Let's see
Oh
it.
my God.
Listen, Robert, I understand you haven't had sex in 2 years. What? My brother? Listen, it was a while for me too. The only advice I can give you, man, is to just be yourself, man. It's there's a difference between having sex with a girl and making love with someone. And dude, making love is way better. So I would hold out. Big Ed's holding out until I can find the perfect one. And I suggest you do too. Okay, you guys, thanks so much for being my best view. Robert, thanks for being a fan. I'm your fan as well. And let's chat about doing a podcast. Okay, later, guys. Take care.
Oh my God, is that my future, guys? he comes sliding into frame and almost falls down.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I think it was $80. He put everything
into it. Yes.
It is worth every penny.
Yeah, he did a really good one for me too. And he says on the show where he's pursuing love. Obviously, it's his first relationship in 28 years.
Yeah.
He hadn't busted a nut in 20 years.
Yeah. And all the jizz was backed up in his shoulders.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah.
It's got to go somewhere.
It does have to go somewhere. Haven't seen this yet.
Saw a break-in at a Wells Fargo in Choias View. Man explained to us that it wasn't the safe that he was after. It was the bank's microwave.
You did that for a Hot Pocket?
Yes. All that for a Hot Pocket.
You broke into a bank for a Hot Pocket?
Hot Pocket.
Oh, he just wanted to use it?
Was it worth it?
Hell yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. Hot Pocket? Hell yeah.
This dude's awesome.
By the way, agree.
Gooder than a bitch.
Nothing
By the
better than
way,
a Hot Pocket.
I wish
good.
like every arrest had this. Just like
Interview.
a camera crew and someone like, was it worth it? And they're like, man, I don't know. Or they're like, fuck yeah, it was worth
Well,
it.
it did on Live PD, and then they took it away.
Yeah.
Live PD was fucking great.
I never
They
watched
tell
it.
us that he is homeless, and the police say that the burglar alarm went off around 3:30 this morning. The alarm company called police and said that they were watching the suspect inside the break room, hiding and cooking something in the microwave.
He really did.
Oh, he really did.
I believed
And
him.
told us and officers that he ate 2 Hot Pockets
Oh.
and they left him parched. He is now in police custody.
All that
Imagine he's like,
sodium.
the worst part is I burned my lip.
You got to find the rest of this story, okay?
Sure.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
where is Chola's
Did they give
view?
him a
That's
drink?
interesting.
He was parched.
Yeah, he was
I know.
parched.
He's high in sodium, those Hot Pockets.
Dude, that is, man, if
They're
I were
really-
homeless and hungry, I'd be like, I break into places to eat all the time.
Break into something with less security, though.
That's a
right?
good
I
point.
know.
Yeah.
That's
Because
true.
now you're looking at a
Yeah,
bank
how
robbery.
do you like figure? Oh, there's definitely a microwave in that Wells Fargo.
I know.
Right.
Dude, there's a fucking microwave at Home Depot. That's what you need
Yeah.
to find.
Right. Or
You know?
7-Eleven.
Best
you're
Buy.
not you're not facing federal charges.
Correct.
Right.
So yeah.
That's
Fuck,
so
man.
true, you guys. And
Man.
if this guy could get into the Wells Fargo, how bad is the security at Wells Fargo?
Is this stockpiling thing something to
The
show?
odd thing is, he punched the safe code into the microwave as the time.
Yes. Okay. All right, Jamie.
Yeah.
I'm told this might,
Offend me?
maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
You're a sweet lady.
I haven't seen it yet either.
You're a
so.
better person
I
than
can
all
hang.
of
I
us.
can hang. I can
Okay.
hang.
Whilst the world is experiencing a stockpiling frenzy of toilet tissue, cleaning products and hand sanitizers with supermarkets and stores selling out, I have found a free and alternative method. That is to stockpile semen. Like every piece of fresh produce, the sooner you consume it, the better the nutritional and health benefits will be.
Obviously.
Consuming semen as close to production as possible is when you are going to get the most benefits from it.
God.
However, if you are looking to have this at a later time, you can store it in the fridge for 24 hours. For long-term suitable storage, I would recommend freezing semen in ice cube trays.
Ugh.
What does this have to do with
What's the
toilet paper?
nutritional value?
Yeah, why does she have a website? What does she tell you?
She's gonna get to it.
Okay.
That's like 36
When
loads.
frozen, semen loses its viscosity and texture. It's no longer white and thick, but becomes watery and clear. As long as you have stored it safely, it is safe for consumption.
No thanks.
Seeing as there is no dairy or animal produce in this is suitable for vegans.
Oh, that's true.
Each portion of semen, a teaspoon at a time, contains over 200 vitamins and minerals,
No, it
which help to
doesn't.
boost the body's natural immune system.
Let's ask Dr.
It is
Drew.
nature's very own multivitamin for free.
You just like
This is
cum.
something that we can all stockpile at home, especially during quarantine. I would recommend either seeking your partner or a male associate.
No shit.
Oh.
All semen, no matter what shape the man is in, is of same nutritional value.
I think that's the Dr. Drew question. I think that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm not offended. I'm just
Did you
mind
guys?
blown. To be
Did you,
honest.
did you see this?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Alors, c'est tout à fait normal, hein. C'est comme ça qu'on fait la montgolfière. La vraie montgolfière, c'est comme ça.
Is he in the tree? Oh, he's still hanging.
Aidez-moi, aidez-moi de gueuler.
That scream.
That's great.
You know what I always wanted to show Jamie, but I didn't know what the fuck to type in to find it.
Yeah.
Is that guy who's speaking in the back of the bar and you can't understand a word he says?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because
The
how would
Irish
you know
one?
what to type? It's
Yeah.
like you type in mumbling guy on YouTube or like mumbling drunk and just nothing shows up.
And he's
Do you know where that clip would be? That
Or
Irish
everything shows
guy,
up, I mean.
Yeah.
the Irish pub. Remember that guy? Is that
And dairy.
Right.
Dairy.
I'd say search for Master of Accents. There might be a folder.
Oh.
You know what clip I sent you from this show, Jamie? Remember the kid who was like 15 years old and he's like, "This is ridiculous." Remember, he's like,
Yes,
"My teacher."
because my son has
Yeah.
at almost 7, like still can't quite do like L's and R's. And and so he sent me like, "Is this going to be Bo when he's 15 years old?"
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. That really hit a good. Oh, you know what video made me laugh harder than any video on here ever?
Which one?
The guy whistling "Happy Birthday" or whatever he did with "Happy Birthday"
for Tom's birthday. That was horrible.
That was
I was
hilarious.
in pain.
Doug Mellard.
Doug
He always
Mellard,
sends me that shit, man.
I was in pain.
Happy.
yeah. And he's so like, he's so
It's
into
so
it.
freaky, man.
It's like
Dan, what does the reopening of the pub mean to you?
God, it means a prayer because I ended drink for the last 2 years.
What?
Yeah, it's English. They speak English.
And had you missed the pub when it burnt down? You missed it badly, I'd say.
Well, we had to build up an hour of the morning. We'd have to spend it. That's the biggest job. We can spend it.
And how come? But I just realized.
Is that hair growing on his face?
Yeah.
Or is it from this side? I'm more interested.
He looks like one of the 7 dwarfs, right?
Yes, I'm way more interested.
The one
in
that Bert relates to.
Oh, here we go, dude.
Was he in The Princess Bride?
Oh, you found it?
Found it. I found it.
Oh, Jamie, I feel like this is
Jamie,
right up your alley.
Turn your ear on, okay?
What does he say, Jamie?
And we're here in Killarney because we've been invited by a very special character. I hear he's a local legend, and his name is Sham. Sham, how are you?
Good, my dear.
We're here in Killarney today.
Nice to meet you.
Are you from Killarney?
I'm on Muga. I'm out
Born and bred.
Born and bred in Killarney.
Hi. What do you think makes it a great town?
Oh, well, again. Definitely more in Killarney. All the tourists will more of that. Not all the door.
Yeah. Lots of tourists around.
The tourists don't Killarney.
It's great, isn't it?
Great, give me a show away.
Oh.
And what's your favourite thing about Killarney?
To me, Connor's my best singer. Chatting then. To me, Connor from Chatting then. My best to me, Connor.
Yeah?
Chatting then. Good player.
Foot player.
Tell me if you think this is a good idea or not. We're going to go with the Jarvie.
Jarvis?
Yeah. Good idea?
Quite a Noah.
What?
Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
Trevor Noah.
You're a farmer.
So what you do, here's what you do is I'll send you this video.
Yeah.
And then for your children, you say, this is what alcohol will do to you.
Yeah.
This is a
He has a
very good
lot
point.
of shirts on, huh?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, he somehow has like it enough to get together in the morning to put a collared shirt under a sweater. That's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not.
It's a very
not.
uncomfortable.
It's
look.
really cool.
Imagine him asking
this
his
your
wife,
regular
like,
spot?
for
One
where's
of
my
Connor's
sweater?
bars.
You think he has a wife?
No.
Or he did, maybe. He
Nobody
did. Where's
loves
our...
him. No, nobody
No.
loves this guy anymore.
It's so nice.
he's on his own.
John and Jack said,
Okay.
I moved around.
You moved around a lot.
I mean, like this, that, so.
You know, you got like 3 good teeth on top. You can get through a lot
Yep,
of meals, actually.
yep,
You don't need-
yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, you're saying you only need 3 tops?
I'm saying if you have 3 tops, first of all, you can get an apple going. You can do a lot
Yeah.
of things. You don't need.
But you need
Right.
a couple of bottoms at least.
I would say 1 or 2.
You
I would
need-
spread them out more. Like these together and these apart will get you through a lot.
You need molars.
Yeah.
You do need molars. Do you think he doesn't have a wife? There's no woman that looks after him.
No.
I think he did at one point.
Yeah, this is one of your nobody loves this guy.
Nobody loves you anymore. You need a wife to clean you
Everyone in
up.
that bar loves him.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's why
I just don't know if a guy who never had a wife would have so many shirts on. Like the collared shirt underneath
That might be
the
every
sweater.
shirt he owns.
Like, a woman was like, come on, put a fucking collared shirt on for once in your life. And then he started to like.
He just
pick his
couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's actually from. Oh.
It's alcohol. Oh, that was terrifying.
100-year-old baby.
That was
I don't
bad.
like that at all.
I don't know.
like it. I'm not into that. But do you think that man has a speech impediment on top of just a thick regional accent? Is that
No. He has a regional accent
Yeah.
and severe alcoholism.
Yeah, I was like, I think
Yeah.
there's like enough
Yeah.
brain damage
Yeah.
that like only the first consonants of every word need to
See,
come
you know
out
why
or
he
something
has to
like
have
that.
a wife? They say that he's like a national treasure there.
Right.
They're like, people come from all around to see. Like, they went there to talk to him.
Sure.
How could he
Yeah.
not? He's the only famous guy in that bar.
Yeah.
So what? You can't understand him.
He definitely has limited motor skills and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But enough to get by.
I'd love to see him at like 28.
I bet you it doesn't look that much different.
No, he's from Connecticut.
By the way,
he rode crew.
Yeah, right, sure.
This is on Wikipedia. Is this song, When You Close Your Eyes, by Night Ranger. And the music video scenes a band performing A Housewife is Married to a Chimpanzee, reportedly played in the video by Tom Segura. And that came out in 1984.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I don't know
Wikipedia.
how that got there. Like, I don't know. Somebody sent me that, and they're like, is that you? And I was like,
Bizarre. It's a random one.
Yep. Is that, what does that say?
Hmm.
You have to answer questions to play that?
No, it's just some like
survey.
Oh, a survey thing. So, is there a chimp in there?
Well, have we had a joke about you playing a chimp in a
I don't know.
Night Ranger video?
I don't know. I didn't see the chimp, but did we just miss the chimp?
This is bizarre.
Well, I'll tell you right now, this is 100% true. That was me in the video.
Yeah.
When you close
You
your
were
eyes.
4 years old.
Mm-hmm. Killed it, man.
And it's crazy because if you think if it was somebody playing a joke, they would have picked a more popular song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, what is the squirrel guy?
Oh, that's a super weird one.
Really?
Yeah.
Should we go to your
as long as
talk?
there's no like dick balls and
Talks
shit,
is good.
Jamie's.
Let's do talk. Do you like TikToks?
Can I tell you? I think this show hit a whole new level when your TikToks came out. And I must say, when Tom didn't like it at first, I was like, if this doesn't continue, I'm gonna be so hurt. And then the fact that it kept coming. It's so. My favorite is the people who.
My favorite new guest.
No, no one gives a shit about them, and they're like, "Listen, everybody, if you don't stop doing this," and it's like no one gives a. You're in the back room of like, there's like 8 computer towers, and they're just so like, it's like no, what 3 people say? I love it.
Yeah, like you're gonna comment, and your haters are gonna hate. You're like, nobody
Right.
gives a fuck about you,
It's
bro.
like, I'm through with just reading these comments and not saying anything. It's like, huh?
Jamie, are you ready to get in on this?
Like,
Jamie, the
especially
best.
on your levels of fame, like they don't even know hate or getting creepy emails.
I'm like, listen, you said I'm not Italian, but I'm Irish, okay? And that's fine. I gotta start a TikTok.
Bitches was looking for me.
Do you get a lot of flack for not being Italian? Both of you, the
No.
community. I know there's a big to do.
I think people just still assume. People
Yeah.
are still shocked. Like people that like know. I feel like my manager very recently was like, "Oh, you're not Italian?" I was like, "No, dude."
I also feel like
That's a good
growing up in New York, it's like I remember I had a friend for 6 years and someone was like, "Yeah, you know he's black," and I was like, "Oh, really?" Like I just because
Oh yeah.
I went to public school for like my whole life, and then it's you're never thinking like.
Yeah.
There were 40 kids in my class. You know, it was like Asian, black, Spanish, this. Like I didn't like meet people and be like, wait, is he like? You just kind of.
Manhattan's also like uniquely like LA's actually, I mean, not legally, but it is segregated, right? Like it's segregated in ways where people live in different parts of town and everybody gets in their car. Like you're also separated from humanity. You know what I mean? So, but like in New York, especially if you're raised there, I think. When you visit New York, you're like, oh, you're walking shoulder to shoulder with everybody. You're getting subways together.
Yep.
You're like, you can't like be like, I don't want to be around people and like get by in New York. you
Well,
know?
it's like people. If you're in New York and you're taking like the public bus, you could be a millionaire. Where here you're like homeless.
Yes, that's true.
You know?
Yeah, the
It's
subway
true.
too. The subway is so efficient and effective, and it goes everywhere. And
Yeah.
it's like, if you don't want to deal with this bullshit of like cabs
Traffic,
or whatever, just get on the subway, and you'll see. Yeah, there's a hedge fund guy sitting next to you on a subway.
And I grew up super poor, and I was like a half a block away from super rich people.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no, and then you're going to school and you don't. I remember a girl's parents or someone's parents wouldn't let them sleep over at like my birthday when we were having a sleepover because they were like, oh, where he lives is a little too, like, and that bill, like I lived in like income housing, and they were like, they don't want their daughter going there, and I remember her telling me why, and I was like, and she's like, yeah, you're poor, and I was like, what? Like, and I remember going back to my mom being like, we're poor because like income housing buildings are we had a 2-bedroom, we had a studio for a while, but then we moved into a 2-bedroom. So you're like, I live in New York City, I have a bunch of room, like things are, things
What
are
part of the city is that in? Or
so I grew up on 92nd and 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it near 2395?
It's at the Wagner houses.
Wagner
It's not
houses?
that.
Apartment
it's not,
2C?
Yeah, it's not that far away.
Really?
I could walk to Robert Paul Champagne.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's give you a few talks real quick
That's
before we
exciting.
wrap
Yeah.
up here, and a reminder to check out Pajama Pants if you want to jump
Yes.
into the podcast world with these two. A lot of fun. Here
I like
is
your
our
set. Your set was cool.
Yeah, it's
Thank
a very
you.
cool
Yeah,
set.
it's very cool.
Watching you guys have as much fun as you
I
do
got-
is a big part of.
Well, thanks, man.
Because I was like, I got to move out to
Good.
fucking LA to start because I
Yeah.
wanted to do it with Jamie.
He's
and-
in his fucking element, like in being on the podcast. Like I love. It's almost like most of the shows is just me sitting there like watching how happy he is, and
Right.
so happy,
Oh.
like to see that.
That's awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
have good chemistry.
Yes.
It's important.
Yeah.
Do.
That's
fun.
really good. If you're ever gonna get, by the way, face tattoos, this guy's got a good place where to get them off.
He's doing good.
Oh, where to get him off?
Yes.
Okay.
Another thing to say this morning. Vote for Trump. Vote for Trump. Stay away from voting Democrat because
Okay.
it's going to condemn the world worse than what it is.
Right.
Part of the problem in this United States is the Democrats. Second of all, promote Jesus as hard as you can. Make sure everybody hears the word, no matter who they are or where they from, even though they may call you a racist. And if you wave that flag, I'll give you a high five. Because us Southern boys, oh yeah, Dixie rocks the world.
Yeah.
Stars and bars.
Yeah.
Can I say
But
something?
race,
Oh yeah.
As a former or a current addict, I guess you're always an addict, right? I think he might have fallen off the wagon.
Oh, really?
Because in his past videos, they were all like very positive, and he was like,
More subdued.
yeah, and he was kind of like,
You
he
think he's
wanted you
angry
to,
now?
yeah,
and
his eyes look a little
You're
like,
right.
remember he wanted you to feel bad for
Rob,
him. He's
you're
like,
so
man.
dialed in, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, you really are.
And he's like, he's like, this was a mistake. You guys shouldn't make mistakes. And he wasn't
You're
trying to like
right.
divide people. He was just, and now all of a sudden, this is a whole new.
He was taking like some pregnant pauses there, I think, just for his brain to catch up to his mouth. So I'm agreeing with you.
But
I don't think he's
Rob's
all right.
right. He was like, he really like has been like, I've made mistakes, and you know,
Right.
yeah, everybody
right.
deserves a second
Yeah.
chance.
Oh,
You're
okay.
right.
That
Yeah.
doesn't sound like the same.
Or maybe he
person.
got the bad news. Like, listen, it's just not coming off.
I think
You know,
So
like this is the
that's
best
a
we can do.
That's a tattoo.
Bro.
yes.
So
it was much darker. It looked
Yeah.
really cool.
It was a full
And,
darky.
So he's a big juggalo, you know, Insane Clown Posse fan.
Okay.
And so they wear makeup, but
You're not a
makeup
juggalo,
comes off.
Jamie?
Right.
He had it permanently.
Permanent.
And then he was like, I've made some mistakes. So he's been going through the removal process.
He did a lot of meth. In his defense, it was not a sober decision. It was
Okay.
high on meth.
And there's videos of him with like the little swimmer goggles on, and it's like like zapping his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, this is only my first time.
I think to be fair, like you have to be fair and balanced. Like you should send this to like the Trump camp, like as a possible endorsement. You know?
Yeah, maybe he'll retweet it.
I mean,
Yeah. There
that's
you go.
true. He is
If he didn't have the
celebrity.
tat, he definitely would.
But the tattoo is looking lighter, so he has been going for his treatments because initially it was very dark. It was full black.
I would add to the listeners that it's got a way to go. It's not.
Yeah.
it's
Oh
not
no.
there.
Yeah. There's
We're not in the clear yet.
No.
JB for Jesus is his handle.
There
on
it
the
is.
top.
I wonder what his dumbest tattoo is.
Oh, I think we're seeing it.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't even put that in the category of like everything else on his body, but yeah, I can't believe I just said that. Yeah. I was just.
there's no such thing as a race. It's all a human race.
There's
and
no
we're all
racist.
going to one place, and that is heaven.
Wow.
I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all. Keep your eyes focused on him.
I think you're right. I think he might have gone off. Yeah.
He's doing
Corona probably got to him.
Yes.
Oh,
Let
hey.
me tell you something. I am proud of being American. I am proud to be living in a small town where I don't have to worry about anything going wrong. But anybody treads on this town, I'm going to put my boot right up your ass.
There you
So
go.
July 4th really brought out the patriotic talks.
Yeah.
That's what we're going through now.
Could you imagine letting him know he was on a podcast and then that he was one of the clearer speakers on said podcast?
Hillbilly Rick 3.
I just can't believe, like, where is this guy that he's like, oh, I need to download this app called TikTok
Yeah.
and
Yes.
post. Like, this doesn't feel like the demographic. Like, I'm very
know.
new to
I
the
think Joe
TikTok
Rogan has that
thing.
hat.
I don't
by the
even.
way.
I think you're right.
But I know what you're saying, Jamie. It's like, how does this person have the wherewithal to know what TikTok is? Like,
yes.
most people, moms, don't fucking even know the
No.
app. And then to be able to figure out how to make a TikTok and then post the TikTok,
Yep.
it's pretty varsity level shit.
I only know what it is because of you.
Most adults don't know it.
Hillbilly Rick.
3.
Yeah, Hillbilly Rick 3. Because Hillbilly Rick...
Oh.
Yeah.
And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance.
Remember that old one? That was good.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm a kitty cat.
What what?
She looks like a wardrobe lady. You know?
She looks like costume department.
Totally.
And then like the wardrobe lady's weird shit becomes her
Margie.
identity, you know?
Yeah.
So
Right.
when they're like, you know, what
And
kind of
into
weird shit are we
cats.
gonna see when we open this door today in this trailer? It's gonna be
Yep.
today she's dressed like a
She's
cat.
like, don't open the door too wide because you know, like she doesn't want the
Here's the
fucking
thing:
cat to get
if
out.
you take wardrobe lady and you celebrate this, she'll do it more. You know,
Absolutely.
you got to
You
almost
create a monster.
Yeah, you got to
And she
ignore
should.
it.
Jamie, you look for the great things in people and you celebrate them.
There you do. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can do both of our favorite things with this one lady.
You know what
We-
happened? You'd keep going to set and you'd be like, fucking wardrobe lady.
Marge, her name is
Jamie
Marge.
keeps encouraging her. So she's fucking
Yeah, 'cause you're nice
doing
to
this
her and
to
shit.
her.
I see your value and what makes you feel good, and I'm
Yeah.
going to support it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look at this dingbat. She's doing the fucking glasses thing again. She painted her eyebrows on again.
So, are there anybody over 18 who want to be my girlfriend?
Oh.
If you are, let me know.
He puts his phone number up on the TikTok.
That's
You like-
sexual.
you like
I
that?
really like that.
I think he auditioned for
mustache.
American Idol.
It's like the equivalent of the hair flip for
Yes.
the girl.
What would you find? What would you say is his value?
Well, he's got a thick stash. He can
Okay.
grow. He can grow some good facial hair. He's nearly leaving a lot to the mystery. He's
Right.
given like the half face shot.
Oh, yeah. Seductive.
Yeah. This is a really hard one for me to pull, pull anything out. I gotta
But
be
I
honest.
I like this segment. I kind of want you to be on here to balance the
Perfect.
darkness of like find the
Happy
positive
to.
with Jamie-Lynn, and you find what's good about these perverts and
I
weirdos
like
and
this.
scumbags.
Wait,
By the way,
I-
thank you for blurring the phone number because
Yeah, yeah, would have been.
Yeah, I can't
barrage.
believe he posted it.
yeah, it's not.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Well, he's not really with it. He's a bit toxic.
I don't think
if
any
you
of
know
them
what I mean.
are.
No.
No. No.
Fucking Christians who
Yes.
keep coming on my motherfucking thing and telling me and judging me how God don't like fucking cussing. Well, let me tell you something, motherfucker. Men, and probably white men, told us what words we could say. You put together letters and said what we could say and what we can't say. Fuck you. God don't give a motherfucking care about what the fuck comes out my face. But I guarantee you he gives a fuck about you killing his black people. Oh! Boom, bitch! Guaranteed choking out his people.
Give me an O!
Lynching his people. Fuck you. God don't give a fuck about my language. Bitch.
She available for homeschool this fall? I love her.
What inspired you the most about her?
I liked her smoker's cough, and I
Me
think
too.
what was neat was that it
Yeah.
was very. It wasn't the deliberate. It was spontaneous. It was
Yes.
real.
Yes.
You can't, as an actor, you guys know how
Nope.
hard that is to make authentic.
Oh,
You
that
can't
was that
fake that.
full-on character study. I
Yeah.
could watch that on a loop for a while
Yeah.
and feel like I'm ready for an
That's
Oscar.
a real person.
That's a real
That's a
person.
real person. Yeah. Yep.
How do you feel, Rob? Do you like? Are you identifying with her?
It's just, I'm just
Possible future pajama pants guest?
Yeah, what's wrapped up in my head right now is like she just used to say this to 3 people. Now it's like 500,000.
Yeah, Yeah. yeah.
You know, and
Unfortunately.
it's just so crazy. You know.
Yeah,
Some people are gonna hit up Angelia 683.
Like she put this out being like 20 people might see this, and now it's like no, millions
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
now, and like there's some fucking poor kid who's like, oh, my grandma with her, It's
Look,
just,
she's so crafty. She made her own hat.
Okay, there you go with the positive.
Yeah,
Very
she's
nice.
trying.
And I like that clock behind her.
Me too.
I think that's kind
She's
of
got a lot of wall art.
That's finding the positive.
She's
got a nice
conservative.
clock.
Yeah, she's a guy from somewhere
probably
else away
working.
from being on 90 Day Fiance too. She could.
Oh yeah.
She could go with a Nigerian
Yeah.
rapper
Oh, for
easily.
sure.
Easily.
And then she shows
Yeah,
up and she's
Usman.
fucking 63 and 275 and he's 27. You're like, what is
We
going on?
make fun of baby girl Lisa all the time when the friends start clowning her
Oh
so
my
hard.
God.
And their first hello, all the guy remembers is back sweat because she was on the plane for fucking 24 hours.
Is that
and
the
it's
one that's
just,
saying
ugh.
that she can get pregnant?
Yeah. She's like, oh, that's my egg. And they're like, that's a tumor.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
That
couldn't
one.
with that one.
As soon as she got off the plane, the friends were like, yo, she's so big.
Yeah. He's like, shut up.
They're like, her stomach's like out here.
Oh
Yeah.
Her stomach is very fat and she's very old.
And he's like, I'm
So
rich
fat.
and famous. And he lives in a 1-bedroom with 3 other dudes.
Dude, it's really crazy.
It's the fucking
And then his
best.
mother
Bananas.
doesn't speak English. She speaks, whatever, like a local dialect or whatever in Nigeria. And then they're like translating, and the mother's like, she's so old, and she's not attractive, and she's fat, and she can't bear children. He's like, she says that she wants us to come back. Like he doesn't tell her.
And they go and buy her the goat.
Yeah,
That was
great. But did you
crazy.
notice that baby girl Lisa is just put out? So this woman, she's clearly a don't kind of person.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, I did so much work. I flew all the way to Africa. And then I bought this Pepsi. And then we had to go buy you a goat. Like, everything puts her out.
Right.
Yeah.
She's one of these people that just like, I had to work so hard and now it's not going to happen. Like,
I'm done taking the labels off these Pepsis. You know how they make them remove it?
Yeah,
She's just
yeah.
fucking fed up with all.
She's
But you
so
know
fed
what?
up.
There is some of her stuff that I don't really buy that she's that angry. Where with Angela, the one who's with Michael.
Which one's that?
You know
one? Sorry.
Angela, the big one who's with Michael, who's in Africa.
This is a new thing.
Different
We're
season?
not there
they've
yet.
been on multiple seasons.
Oh.
Google Angela. and
He gets caught like getting a blowjob from a girl.
A dick suck ain't cheating, man.
You'll know Angela for sure.
But she doesn't do anything, Lisa. It's really not that much work. But to some people,
You know her.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
See,
garbage.
I
yeah,
buy-
yeah, she's
Wait, that's the one I was thinking of.
Right.
Yeah.
I buy every moment of her anger, her everything. Where Lisa, I just like, I think.
she's a complainer, Lisa.
Yeah, and it's just a little like whatever. And sometimes I see she's like smiling. Whereas this one,
Are these two still together?
oh yeah, big time,
Big time.
And she
Seriously.
just bought a house with her 6 grandchildren to move him into.
No.
You have to start 90 Day Fiance, happily ever after. It's mid season.
I know. We
Gold.
started this, and I think it was too depressing.
No,
I think we
no.
were like,
She's been on Maury twice.
oh
this
boy.
lady.
It's a
You
good
know,
sign.
there's just like a casting pool
Yeah.
of those people that are just.
She's
willing
is
to-
she in Louisiana? Right?
She's like she works with children, right? Doesn't
yeah,
she?
yeah, but isn't that where she is though? Do you remember Rob? Is she from Louisiana?
I
Or
can't.
It's somewhere in the South
Yes.
though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, what is it?
Because I
with-
remember that I saw a thing where
Maybe
she was
Georgia?
Maybe it's Georgia.
Maybe.
Where she was talking about. She was like, "I want to get married here," and they're like, "What's your
Oh
budget?"
yeah.
And then I don't know. The guy was like, "I mean, this would probably be like, I don't know, like $8,000." She's like, "Well, how about a little lower budget?" And he's like, "Well, it's the facility and the food." And he's like, "What do you want to spend?" And she was like, $1,500. And he's like, "Nah, we don't fucking."
Yeah, oh yeah. She's like walking over a bridge. And she's like,
Yeah,
"It'd be
yeah.
really nice to get married right here." And he's like,
Yeah, no.
yeah, maybe a garage somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
These old fat bitches. Oh, this guy's
Oh,
my
God.
favorite.
Oh, this is a recording. I thought it was a still picture.
Oh.
But, hi, my name's Tim. I'm single. And I would love to have a...
There you go.
What a cliffhanger!
Oh,
What a
wow.
cliffhanger! What do you love? What would you love to have?
Wow.
Well, this one I resonated with on so many levels. The vulnerability.
Cool guy club.
He's shirtless. He's vulnerable.
Clean shaven.
Clean
what's
sha-
that? He uses the Manscaped.
Yes.
Yes. He works out.
He works
But
out.
he doesn't know that he's on the video
Right.
setting. And
what are,
TikTok
what
is
are those
video
things?
only.
Are those like stockings on the
That
pillow?
looks like. Oh, that's a good point.
Like gray used stockings? He's like, I love Robin Banks.
This is
This one's amazing,
I
'cause-
love that he stares for a while.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't look away.
Him
Oh,
smiling.
this is a recording.
Yeah.
I thought it was a still picture. But, hi, my name's Tim.
He's so
Single.
loaded.
And I would love to have a...
I know.
He's got the nipple placement of a really cheap breast implant job.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
a botch
Like they're
situation.
very
Yes,
they're way over here.
Looking to the side there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, this is like with TikTok, you don't have to put your first draft up. Like,
Right. As many times as you want, you can try it. Yeah.
Infinite times.
Well, he's probably busy.
Infinite.
You know?
He's got a lot going on.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
He's busy.
He's
A writer, producer, director. Yeah, I got a lot of things going on.
Good morning, everybody. I know I've lost a lot of followers, but you know what? I speak what's on my heart and what's true.
Yeah.
Once we took God out of the schools, took God out of the courtrooms, took God out of work, took God out of everything, we lost a lot. God said he would cause a pandemic, and that's what he's done.
Oh.
Did he call you?
Now, I'm going to tell you straight up.
Straight up.
We need to keep our eyes focused and start opening them Bibles.
Oh.
Start supporting the police department.
Mm-hmm.
Start supporting our president. Because Trump has done more for the U.S. than any president here lately.
You might be back.
Lately.
And we need to quit supporting these stupid, racist groups.
It's quite the message.
Do you think he's going to run for prez?
This
Is
guy?
that what he's doing?
He might. I mean, he might.
There are a lot of juggalos. He could definitely be like mayor. Maybe not the president, but
I
Local
think you're
office?
be a
right.
councilman.
Superintendent.
Yeah.
He might have to get some of them to move to the same town, though. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
Problem is,
They might be there. I
Yeah.
would guess there were a bunch of them there.
What's the positive, Jamie-Lynn? What do you see?
This is a rough one.
Yeah.
He looks like he has a clean shirt on. Took a shower. He's definitely sobered up. He pulled over.
I like
to
his
make
hat.
This message. I like his hat too.
That's a great point. He didn't do this while driving. Damn, Jamie, you're so good.
I know. You're a nice lady.
That's it.
There you go. There you go,
That's
face
a lot.
tattoo guy.
That's a lot. A clean shirt is everything, isn't it?
Everything.
It really makes
Today I'm going to be showing one of the most beautiful aspects of white culture.
Oh.
Our feet look like this,
Ah.
and I think that's unique and beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't really understand this.
Is that a baby?
I think
Looks like a baby.
I think this is Edward Norton's audition tape for American History X.
So wait, I think she was clear. I thought she was serious at first, and then I think it's a joke. right?
No. So there has been a backlash on the talk of white power people, like saying like, "Oh, white is beautiful." So this is one of the lanes of
Oh
the
my
white,
God.
the white people.
This is a white power person.
I think so. Yeah, there's a few white power talks that I've been
It's a
seeing.
unusual foot to endorse for the feet community.
Is she in a tent?
Was that dog food next?
Yeah,
time?
that's a can of something.
What? Wow, I'm not seeing that at all.
That's a blue can in the top right
Oh,
corner.
okay.
But
That's
isn't
open.
that? Am I seeing? Isn't that just a filthy baby foot?
That's a baby foot.
But
That's a
it's-
filthy baby
Oh,
foot.
it's a baby foot. I thought it was her
Yes.
foot.
No, look at that leg. Look at the size of the foot.
Yeah, there's no. That's like a full cankle. That's like a baby.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
baby.
like a chubby
cute
toddler
little
baby.
Yeah.
Are you sure this is not a joke?
Today I'm going to be showing one of the most beautiful aspects of white culture. Our feet look like this, and I think that's unique and beautiful.
Culture.
Culture.
Like I'm not sure what the joke is.
I don't know.
If
She's
it's
deeply troubling.
I know. That's why I like it. It's a good
Okay.
talk. It's a solid fucking talk.
Fuck.
Aren't we gonna lose
Culture.
TikTok soon?
I don't
think so.
speak it. Don't. It's like Voldemort. If you don't say it,
That would hurt.
Jamie.
Nadav might have to do some on the street stuff to find.
He's gonna have to go find talks.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there with Corona going on.
Yeah.
the good thing about TikTok is a pipeline.
Also, if any
Oh.
LaVeyans want to come for me, I bet that I've read more LaVey than you have. I bet that I know more about the life of LaVey than you do. I bet I've studied the history of the Church of Satan and its early...
So there's also a Church of Satan thing on TikTok going around right now.
my gosh.
And there's a lot of stuff of like, no, I'm a diehard Church of Satan. No, you're not. So she's trying to show you that she's diehard.
You know what this looks like? Have you ever been to like a traveling carnival and it's like for 25 cents you could go in here and see the
Yes.
12-inch
Yes.
woman or like all these weird
It
like
looks just
You're
like that.
absolutely
snake
right.
with the head on the human head on it. It's just like mirrors and whatnot and you pay a quarter and walk through. Like she has it's like oh, only half an upper body, or like something crazy is going on.
This is what people do when they come to America. Here's all the different types of people in America.
Yeah, that's what TikTok's all about.
It is.
And they get that
Showing you all
K1
the
visa, and
aspects.
then they just hop on TikTok.
Holy shit, that's it. That's our talk folder.
That's it. Heard you bitches looking for me.
This was too much fun. You guys,
You guys
I hope
are
will you guys
awesome.
come
Please
back
come
and do it
back.
again?
Please come back.
If you ever guys, I know you guys are busy. If you ever want to come, Pajama Pants, we'd love to
Yes.
have.
Oh, yeah. I would
Love to.
definitely do that.
I'm on it. I'm in
Definitely
it.
do
Let's go, bros.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Dream
Let's
come
do
true.
it.
So happy.
Pajama Pants, and is
I'm
the YouTube
honored.
channel Pajama Pants?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pajama
right?
Pants podcast.
Yeah, Pajama Pants podcast.
Okay. There you go.
Shouldn't be too hard to find.
So
Hey,
fun. Rob,
love you
Jamie-Lynn,
guys.
thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Thank you so
You guys
much.
are awesome.
See you guys next week.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye, mommies.
Good morning, Julia. It's me, Joe. Let's go full throttle. Everything you see behind me, I built everything. Every square inch, from crown molding to chair rail, to floors, to lighting, to plumbing, doors, windows. This is the type of guy you get.
Hey Hitler, I'm home here now. Piss on me, beat me, homie, on now.
Patreon, put that shit down.
Piss on me, beat me, homie, on now. Hey Hitler, I'm home here now. Piss on me, beat me, homie, on now.
Patreon, put that shit down.
Piss on me, beat me, homie, on now. Hi, mommy, thanks, jeans. You best be keeping them teeth clean, cause here's the deal, man, you and me soaking up that NRE. My dental update cannot wait. Meet me at Lily's at 8. Stay united, don't be late, cause I got news on Theogate. I keep it too high and too tight. I've been living life like a cool guy. Got a bad back, I got a bad bite. You begging for that double pipe. You ain't poly, you ain't bi, you ain't shit, you got vocal fry. Did you just threaten my fucking life? Cause this shit is big time. I'm glassing hard like a tick-tard. You hiding bodies with your boy guard. Got a fart mic, you wanna fart. Don't get too fat like mommy bar, cause I'm fed smoking. If you homeless or if you are a thug, just show me how those big tits fart. If you like hardcore fun, you ain't Sue Woo, you low and loose. It's a dog dick afternoon. Burnt crystals racist too, so come down later for moon. Cause you're doing good, you're a water champ. Get your life, you don't want no wreck. What's your pronoun, bitch? Where your mommy at? Your mama in the fucking stand. Hey Hitler, I'm home here now. Piss on me, beat me, homie, on now.
Patreon, put that shit down.
Piss on me, beat me, homie, on now.
How you get a job here, fuckface? Saka souffle. I guess it's just like the gays called top dog for that pub play. By the way, hey Tom, would you marry your mom? You and Charro making love, just fill her up, then seal her shut, then lick the scrub, and then come run. I got mushy purples, got big sloppers, got big hangers, big floppers. I'm ass ripping, I'm piss sipping, I'm mommy teen, I'm straight snitching. Cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff. Don't call me back to Rena. Put some respect on my name, or G will come and see ya. I take badges from Chomos, shoulda followed Projo. Went down to the mountain to save my sister, turned into a telescope. So find me two lovely gentlemen, 10 to 12 Benadryl, I'm feathering. If you wanna move in, you can move in. We can flew a bomb for free rent. I'm a dirty bitch, I'm a dick detective, I'm duct tape. I'm reconnected with Hard Rock Nick and RPC and Connell, Bobby, Trish, and Karen. Don't come around with that dad mouth. Lattes on fleek for healthy browns. No neuropathy issues. Try it out. Do the math. This is your mom's house.
Hey Hitler, I'm home here now. Piss on me, beat me, homie, on now.
Patreon, put that shit down.
Piss on me, beat me, homie, on now.
My family right here, bro. I gotta protect my mom. My mom was sitting in the stands, man. Your parents sitting right there. Stay in your house, man. Your mom in the fucking stands. They try to disrespect me in my house and grab a fucking remote control. That's exactly what they did. They come in your house, grab a fucking remote control, drag with them, and control your fucking TV and your motherfucking house. Keep getting, they can't run in the house. Put on the same shit you got on and say fuck you.
Hi, thank you for watching that episode of Your Mom's House. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more, you can click on any of these videos in this general area. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps feed our cats. We don't have any cats.